The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Just automatically know what the hell your next words are going to be because it's what we talk about all the time when his name comes up. In fact, it's the only thing we talk about, Lummy. We're like Dennis Phillips, the Hurricane's cone and the suspenders. But, Lummy, he's got a 10-inch penis.
Of course.
Rule number 8 is don't talk about Dennis Phillips' penis.
Right. Yeah.
He's
well,
got
he also has his own
rules.
beer. So
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he does. He's got rule number 7 beer with Crooked Thumb. They're going to be there. He's going to be there. He was there last year.
I bet it's a tall boy.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Right out of the box, as expected. Gloria, the glow bug Zach. Laughter's like, where's that? Where's that coming? Where's that coming from?
Oh, that's make-believe?
No, it's real.
It's real, Gene.
I went ahead and bit the bullet.
Where's it at?
It's upstairs.
Let me pull my earplugs off. Go ahead. Lying.
No, Gene.
It's upstairs.
We built a quiet box around it.
No, we put a quiet box, and then we put a microphone actually right beside it.
Thanks for messing us up,
Macho
Man.
And then the air compressor is out in the garage in the furthest corner it can be.
You can't hear it.
Yeah, so, we kind of did the best of all worlds. But
yeah, that's the old nice horn. That's the good horn.
But you can at any time, like you can always go handheld if you. Yeah. I'm not going to take that away from you.
I just leave it here now. Does that mess Dan up?
No, not at all. Some people. I think Brian grabbed it a few times and it's indestructible. You can't hurt it. The only thing that's going to happen is the battery's going to run down. Like that's it.
That's called rent.
No, but what I'm saying is like when the battery's getting low,
Follow me.
I'll just on a Wednesday have you go charge it. Will only be a day without it.
I just swap a battery. I just come in with a battery. But he still owes me rent.
What do you mean?
You use my horn.
Oh, your rent. Well, if I had to pay rent, then take it because I got my.
No, you don't got to pay rent. Dan does.
No, come on, Gene. It's all a big team
Man,
effort.
they're lawyers. They got the money.
Yeah, but here's the deal. You got enough money, too. Like if Dan went down there and had a bicycle frame that he just paid $7,000 online and got ripped off on, and he didn't like the color, you wouldn't charge him to powder coat it. Yeah.
And not neither one of them.
Not any of them. They've all done something for you one time or another.
Yep.
So anyway, Lummy, they came in yesterday, and I want to just open the show up with it, then we won't talk much about it, but they and I got to tell you, they sell out.
Oh,
and the reason why we got a new shipment, I think we got 50 of them, is because, man, I actually don't even have one anymore. I did have one, and I like to wear it when I'm mowing the lawn or on the grader or out, kind of out in the elements, because you don't realize, man, as much as we didn't really protect ourselves against the sun when we were young, and we didn't worry about protecting our face and the back of our neck and our and just really caring about whether you get a sunburn or not. We just didn't care. As you get older, my mom is now going through it at 80. These little moles and things like that start turning into. My mom goes to the dermatologist at least once a month because my mom, when she was younger in the 70s, and my mom was, listen, Janie Cakes was hot.
No.
And I'm not trying to have an Oedipus complex. I'm sorry, Gene, do you know what an Oedipus complex is? No.
Never heard that word in my whole life.
I think, and will you look it up for me?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll just ask Alexa.
Yeah.
Hey, Alexa. By the way,
What's anonymous mean?
no, an Oedipus complex. I think it's called Oedipus. I completely said it perfectly.
Oedipus.
Oedipus complex is where I think either the mom's attracted to the son or the son is attracted to the mom, where I think they engage in sex. I think. Let me see.
Well, you have desires.
How about if your friend is attracted to your mom?
And you hate
That's
your
not
dad.
an Oedipus.
That's just good. That's your friend.
That's just horny.
Winning the lottery.
You hate Doug Clem and you want to bang your mom.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Hey, Alexa.
Wait a second.
What is the
Really?
Oedipus complex?
The Oedipus complex is a concept of psychoanalytic theory. Sigmund Freud introduced the concept in his book Interpretation of Dreams and coined the expression in his paper A Special Type of Choice of Object Made by Men. In Freud's original formulation, the Oedipus complex is a purportedly universal phase in the life of a young boy in which he hates his father and wishes to have sex with his mother.
I was right. I didn't know that you had to hate your dad over the deal. I didn't think that
Well, you
was
pretty much have to hate your dad to be one to do his old lady.
Yeah, you see him as competition.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of him.
But let me just say that when I say my mom was hot and attractive, I don't have an Oedipus complex. I didn't want to blast my mom, but a lot of when we would just go out to
What
the
about your
grocery.
sister?
No, Gene. I'm not.
That's incest.
That's incest. The only person that's related to me that when I was growing up, and Lummy, I've told the story.
But
many times,
I mean, do you think she was hot when she was young?
Was my first cousin Amy, and when I was 13, she was 17, and she had. I even know the guy's name. His name was Paul. He came. My Uncle Jerry. By the way, Amy is my Uncle Jerry's daughter, and Uncle Jerry went to the store or going to town or something, and Amy was babysitting me. And this happened at his house right by Washington Elementary School. I can remember like it was yesterday. I've told the story.
Babysitters are great. I never heard the story.
Yeah. So Amy, she's 17, and Amy was an absolute. Listen, I think there's a lot of us that probably grew up that had a first cousin or some type of relation that wasn't, your sister, but the next rung down on the gene chart. And I think we all may have had a cute cousin or something that we all kind of fretted over. I did at least, and her name was Amy. So Amy's babysitting me. And my mom and Uncle Jerry, I was 13. I think Tara might have been with Leslie Marshall, the next door neighbor, doing, girl stuff. And so we were at Uncle Jerry's house, and Mom and Uncle Jerry, I think, went into to Owen's grocery store to get some food or to cook out or something. And they're going to be gone about an hour. And going to the grocery store as a kid was kind of cool when you could pick out your cereal. But after you picked out your cereal, it sucked. There was nothing to do.
Dragging around, hanging on the cart.
You just hang. Your mom would have you hanging in the car. Whatever.
Wanting to eat everything. Can't.
So, I don't want to go. Because at the end of the day, man, I'm 13 years old, and Amy is 17, almost 18.
You just wanted to look at it.
Oh, I mean, she was, Uncle Jerry had a pool, so she was in her bikini.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm this fat little 13-year-old that, it's just discovered my sexuality, and I'm just, she would get out of the pool and it would be like that with Phoebe from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Remember when that girl was getting out of the pool and the guy was jerking off in the bathroom? I jizzed many a times to my first cousin Amy. So she is she's in her bikini. I'm a little fat 13-year-old. I don't have any please. she's dating like guys in college and stuff. She's like a senior in high school, and she's like, when you're a hot chick, you always date that older dude, like a guy in college. Like hot chicks in high school don't even mess around with fellow high school dudes for the most part. They go right to the college dudes. So she's got this college guy named Paul, and he's like 19. Like a freshman at Grace College, which is in Warsaw. And so Uncle Jerry leaves, and she's like, Bubba, my boyfriend Paul's coming over, and we're gonna study in Uncle G and my dad's bedroom. Well,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. But I don't know any different. I don't know that they're really going in there just to absolutely blast like bunny rabbits. I don't know. So she says, so you need to stay in the pool. Like at 13, you don't got to watch. I can swim at this point. Like I'm not going to drown. Like, you just sound like a baby where you got to watch it. So Uncle Jerry's bedroom actually had a window that kind of was near the pool side, like kind of was poolside. So I went underneath the window and was listening.
Front row seat.
And I couldn't, it was too high for me to tippy toe and I couldn't see, but I could hear.
Get a bucket.
Well, Gene, I didn't want to. People back in the 70s just didn't have Home Depot 5-gallon buckets laying around. So I figured, well, if I dry off, I could probably hear better if I go up to Uncle Jerry's bedroom door. I could probably hear better because I'm not going through,
by the door.
I'm not going through aluminum siding and insulation and 2x4, whatever type of construction they use in Warsaw, Indiana. I mean, down here it's cinder block or wood. Oh. So, I dry myself all off, and I go outside Uncle Jerry's bedroom door and start listening. And they're going at it. And she doesn't think that she's instructed me to stay in the pool. So she doesn't know that I've sneaked in and I can hear her. So she's not trying to, muffler or quell or be quiet at all. She's not. And so she's just going to town. And that was my first crush. But anyway, back to my mom. My mom would always lay out, in our neighborhood in a 2-piece bikini. My mom had big jugs. And, my mom in the summertime was always tan. We didn't have tanning beds back then. So the only way for you to get tan, God, I don't even know when they invented tanning beds. Maybe in the late 80s, early, I think the early to mid 80s is where they invented tanning beds. But prior to that, you just had to lay out in the sun, remember? And some girls would get such a good base tan that after they got a good they could go to baby oil. Remember that?
Yes.
If a girl was really tan, they'd go straight baby oil. And my mom, by the middle of summer, she was straight baby oil. I mean, just looking hot and tan as hell. Well, all that's caught up to her now because she has to go to the dermatologist once a month, and they're looking at this one little spot on her back and this one little spot on her face. And
little sun dots?
Yeah, these little sun dots that they, do biopsies on to make sure they're not skin cancer. But they have to remove them, either freeze them or laser them or cut them out. She's had a couple, and one on her forehead that it kind of came back. Is it squamous? There's a couple. Too bad we don't have Dan here today, but I think it's squamous cell, or there's different levels of there's different dermatology
call business
terms they use as if to something.
It's a squamous cell.
Yeah. So a couple of them have come back squamous, which means they got to cut them out. Well, I think modern day people are a little bit more mindful now of not, at least putting an SPF or wearing like that, UV shirt that we have. By the way, Merch Crick reordered our UV shirts because those things sold out. But I'm recommending, man, if you got an opportunity to get one of these,
the hoodie,
one of these hats.
Oh yeah, I got one,
and I had one, and I forget who I gave it to. I think I gave it to the septic guy. Because he was out there, just absolutely no head. And when you wear one of these Bubba Army outdoor straw hats, they got a big enough brim to completely shade your face.
Turns you into a Mexican instantly.
Yeah, turns yourself into a Mexican instantly. But I think they're $28. I think they usually go for about $40 if you were to get a Rays one or any. Buccaneer one. You can get them, everybody's got them.
They're perfect.
Oh, they are. They are perfect.
The whole bottom, with the Bubba Army logo on it, it seals the light from coming through the straw. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. And we only have 50. So those are up as of today. And then I think in about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, she's going to there's limited sizes left on the UV. Lasker loves his, by the way.
I do, do.
Oh, my. And
yeah, it's super soft.
Yeah, it just feels so good.
And if you fish or do lawn work or you're doing anything outside.
I ain't got no fish on my shirt.
No, but a lot of fishermen use these because they're on the water. But if you do anything outside, man, you should be fully UV'd up. I mean, these Huck-inspired Bubba Army UV summer fishing beach shirt. You need one of those and a straw cap, and you will be protected from the sun, at least somewhat. And so anyway, Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army store, BubbaArmyShop.com. Let me, as I said, much love to the Glow Bug who was first in today. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. I hate to be zookeeper or anything like that, but God, I've just been so looking forward. This week's been dragging on, and I got so much. I got to try to go up to the track tomorrow morning because we race next Saturday. But if you look at the weather forecast,
it's crappy.
It's next Saturday. Looks like there's this tropic depression coming in.
Tropic depression this whole month.
Oh yeah, so
killing me.
I don't know. I'm gonna go up there today. I'm going up there tomorrow to try to see if I can rough grade or I can even get on the track, till it. Something like that. But here's the thing: if you till it to try, that's the only way you can dry a track.
Then it's really gonna get wet.
Well, the only way to really let me chub it up spice on the Cash App.
$20.
And so the only way to get a dirt track, a race dirt track. By the way, Gene, I saw your Facebook posting. Kind of weight. Have you lost more weight, Gene?
No. I'm staying at 243.
Because you look good. You look like you may have lost another 4 or 5 pounds.
Well, I've been walking a little bit more now, so maybe I'm toning a little bit.
On that horrible road that you live on?
Yeah, it's like your driveway.
I mean, Pat, well, I'm not I'm not a publicly funded.
I thought about that this morning.
I don't get taxpayer dollars to
I
maintain
so much
my road.
Taxes in Land O'Lakes, and I got a bad road.
It's the worst.
It's not the whole road, but it's a good portion of it.
It's most of it. It's 75% of it. So you go back to Lasker's place and you go by this nudist resort. First of all, that's guarded gate, and nice houses. And then you go kind of by this crappy little trailer park on the left. And then on the right, there's some really nice houses. And then there's another guarded gate community on the right-hand side, all nice houses. And then you go a little bit further, and then there's Gene's there's another nice house next to Gene on the right-hand side that used to have horses, and they got a nice horse pasture that they got a nice fence. They take care of their place. Then you're all up on Lasker's, and his place is it's like a fortress with gargoyles and just badass gate
monster
and fencing,
truck tire out front.
monster truck, it's beautiful. Then you keep on going, and that's Lasker's rental property, and it's beautiful, and it's color matched to match his garages and house. And on the left hand side are decent houses, and then you go down a little bit, about a half a mile on the left hand side,
plantation,
and these are these multi-million-dollar, like $2, $3, $4 million homes.
Easy.
Right on the lake, and then it dead ends and you have to turn around. And I'm like, man, for the amount of value they have
on this
street, there's only one little bad section. Why do those rich people, why are they not raising hell with Pasco County as to, man, why don't you
don't matter. Pasco County don't listen.
Yeah, but you got, the amount of property tax that's paid just off of that road.
How about the impact fee that they gave me at the end of when I built my house before I could get my HO to get in? Oh, you got an impact fee. How much? $17,900. What?
That's just,
That's me paying an impact for what? Because I'm going to spend my money at the 7-Eleven at the end of the block and I'm going to use your McDonald's instead of in Tampa? What are you, stupid?
So anyway,
I am.
So anyway, Gene, I saw on your Facebook, I've been a little distracted as I'm talking about the only way to dry a dirt track is to till it open and hope that you got 3 2 or 3 really good days of hot sun that's not cloudy, then that'll begin to dry up your dirt track. Otherwise, the material in itself is, clay, not dirt.
I don't think you got that, do you?
No. So I got a tiller. Yeah, I got.
No, I'm talking about 3 days of dryness.
Yeah. So here's the deal. So you leave your track open because it's wet. I can bear. It's so wet right now that I don't even know that I can get a tractor on it.
Would you get stuck?
Well, no. Yeah, you get.
No, you just slide.
Yeah, as soon as you get stuck because you got to start at the top and go to the bottom. That's how you have to do it. And as soon as you go to the top, there's so much banking in the track that your tractor just slides down and you get stuck in a mud hole down below. So I'm going up there tomorrow morning to see if, indeed I can if I can get on the track tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, I'm going to till it all open, which will, if I could get if I could get like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of not getting torrential downpours, I'd be great. But here's what you risk when you open up the track, because you need 3 days of sun. If it rains in the interim, you're done.
Yeah.
Because now your track's open and it's vulnerable to moisture getting below the moisture.
Yeah.
And so now you're done. So I might be calling
By the way, $20.
Thank you. By the way, $20. Appreciate it. I might be calling it Midwest. I mean, I'll know by Wednesday as to whether we're going to be able to race. But so next Saturday night is 602s, 604s. It's the David Mills Open. We're going to have 2 classes of late models. I think there's 6 total classes, and I'll go up tomorrow and assess the track. But talking about dirt track, I saw Lasker posted on his Facebook that he's selling all of his pavement sprint car stuff.
Tired of it. I'm tired of no racing.
And he's going to
put my dirt car back together.
Back to dirt. And Gene, I'm just telling you right now, Gene, because if you go back to dirt, I don't have any sprint car races. Me and Tom Bean don't have any sprint car races scheduled at all because I refuse to deal with the Top Gun series.
What's so bad about them?
They whine.
No. It's not the racers. It's the people that run the sanctioning body, Ann and her daughter.
Why?
Because, Gene, literally, they'll take 10 minutes to get to people to line up.
Oh, yeah.
And they run such a slow
I think
show.
Keith Butler's fixed that a little bit. He's been working with the show more and less racing.
Here's the deal. I don't know if I've said this on the air. I'm a race director, okay? And I really, really, really pride myself on running a quick race. And at the driver's meeting, I'm like, listen, I'm going to give you one chance to get into your spot. So, Lasker, let's say you drive the 02 and you're behind the 14. So I'd go 02, and you're kind of you're either in front of the 14 or you got your car out there, because when you're disputing a spot, you put your car to the high side and you don't get in line.
And you wait on just say something to us.
And you wait for the tower to look at scoring.
Right.
So let's say you were ahead of the 14. Let's say the 14 was ahead of you and you're behind him, but realistically on the last scoring loop on the last completed lap, you were ahead of him.
Yeah.
So you go in dirt racing, we don't have scoring loops throughout the track. We only have the last completed lap. So let's say Gene Lasker goes through the start-finish line, goes into 14 passes him, goes down the backstretch. Well, there's a caution before they get into turn 3, and the last completed lap, 02, was ahead of the 14. So I would get on the radio, and I'd be like,
02, 14.
14, 02 swap, 14 in the back, 02 in front. And so if the 14 was being a dick, I'll give him one lap to do that. I'll be like, 14 to the rear.
Yeah, but I'll spin them.
14 to the rear. Lasker, stop your nonsense. I would say that.
That's what you're going to say to me.
I would Lasker, stop your nonsense. So
I'm grinding on them.
Here's the deal. So let's say you got like 18, 19, 20 cars. Well, the 18th and 19th guy, they're not winning nothing. They're running for 16th. I mean, they're non-factors. I love them. I'm glad they're there. They provide, they're obviously racing. I'm giving them a surface to race on. I'm giving them an opportunity to race. But the 19th and 20th place guys, when I have them back there, jocking around, like trying to I'm 19th and you're 20th.
Just leave them alone.
Well, what Top Gun will do is they'll go 4 extra laps
for that
to
guy.
Try to get number 17 and 18 in line. Do you know what I do? We're going green. Like if 18 and 19 are back there fiddle messing around, and my top 10
doesn't matter.
And my top 10 are straight. Like my top 10 are in their spots, but 14 and 15 and 17 are screwing around. We're going green, boys.
Yeah.
I'd be like 14 and 15. Car 96 and 12. You two figure it out. But we're going green next. I'm tired of messing with you. But Top Gun. Top Gun will go 5 laps to get those 2 sodbusters in line. Not me. We're going. So I'm going to when you go back to dirt. And I'm gonna have a weekend where I make you come to the track, just me and you get time, like just a test and tune weekend.
Yep.
Nobody there. Maybe Tyler. Maybe I'll have Tyler there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that I can put Tyler in your car, and he can feel it too. I'd like that actually. You know what I'm saying? Like
that'd be nice.
I mean, you would probably admit.
Would he do that for me?
Yeah, I think he would. And I think, a lot of times, I mean, over the years, you've put Danny in your car, Lasowski.
Yeah.
You've put other people in your car. I think McCarroll got in your car one time just to make sure they feel the same thing you're feeling. And a lot of times, I remember specifically, Danny is the one, before one of the East Bay Winter Nationals, Danny is the one to be like, Gene, let me put you on a reverse split. We didn't know about reverse split.
We didn't know about it, yeah.
And Lasker's like, I kind of like that tie down on the left. I put thousands across the left and 25s on the right.
Very good, Danny. Leave me alone.
And Danny's like, listen, Gene, because I know you like your thousands on the left and your 25s on the right, but there's a thing that everybody in Iowa and all the big boys are running. It's called reverse split. I'm going to put you on it for the heat race, okay? That's it. If you don't like it, just drive the best you can for the heat. I'm not kidding you. Lasker started 8th at the Winter Nationals. Lasowski puts this reverse split setup on him.
I passed Freddie Raymer.
And he passed one of the best guys, is considered the Pennsylvania Posse, Fast Freddie Raymer. Oh. Listen, and won it on a 10-lap heat race. Put it up on the
only
high
got
side.
It passed.
It started slicking off, and people couldn't grab it. Lasker's just going right through the middle, where everybody else is just
that
absolutely
setup was bored for me.
So it happened to everybody's going through the middle, have to really tiptoe. Lasker's just barely lifting, and so that was because he put somebody else in his car that felt something different. So I think that would be so cool. If we had a test and tune, I get the track week. We're only racing once a month.
Yep.
I get the track ready. We bring it's a weekend that Tyler's off. We put you in the car, let you do 10 laps, and then put Tyler in the car and let him do 10 laps, and then you guys compare notes a little bit. He'd be like, "Listen, I'm a little free. I feel like I'm a little bit free coming out of 2. It tightens up a little bit. When I exit 4." I think we should maybe put a tie down on the left, maybe, or a 3-5 or whatever the hell you guys. You two know the setups far better than I do. So Lasker's returning back to dirt, and Lasker, I'll do 360 sprint car races. No, if I can bill that you and Tyler are going to be there. You know what I think we should do a grudge race called Goat.
Man, let me give me some laps before I go mess with the king.
Hold on, Goat versus Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goat versus Gun.
What do you think you could do if you had to go out there?
Like me?
What is that? He'd do good.
Actually, I'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
The last time Lasker had dirt, remember we put Mark Whitener in there, and he couldn't really go that good. And Mark Whitener was one of the best late model drivers around. Mark Whitener is a local guy.
He was just nervous of it because he'd never been in one.
Well, and it wasn't his too. He said I was afraid. So I got in it. I didn't even have a driver's suit. I just had long sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Put Lasker's helmet on, and I was fast.
Yes, you were.
I was fast, and That's the last time. I think that's one of the last times you raced.
Pretty much,
when we did that. Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, Lasker's returning back to dirt, and what I'll do, Gene, is I'll do a 360 race, 2,000 to win, and just sanction it. Ocala Speedway sprints. Like, I'll use the same rules as Top Gun. I just don't need them in there as a sanctioning body. I don't need to pay them $2,500 for a sanctioning body fee. When I can just do it myself.
Will they make their drivers not come?
No, I'll do it on an off weekend. And I'll get a hold of Gruball and Wesley and all the guys that talk to the guys, and we'll have probably 16 to 18 cars with you and Tyler and Gruball and all the guys.
Ooh.
So anyway,
that's stacked.
I'm gonna do it. Do you have a sprint car frame?
Oh yeah, I got 2 of them.
Oh, so you're ready to go?
Yeah.
Now, does the pavement motor correlate to a dirt motor or no?
No, I'll just sell that with the pavement car, and I got an ASCS motor.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I just gotta clean it up.
So last night Trump was on. Well, did a big hoopla gimmick. A lot of networks refused to. That's our story in itself. There was like a media blockade where like 4 or 5 of the networks that always carry all of presidential speeches boycotted it. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But before I get into that, Kai Trump, which, by the way, she's 19.
Is that her right there?
Well, this is Donald Trump's granddaughter. And she's now making,
She lives in Miami.
She lives in Miami. And there's our boy Brian Kilmeade, and she was I don't know what she was promoting necessarily. She lives in hold on. I don't know what she was promoting necessarily as to why she was on Fox and Friends, but she's 19, and I mean, look how beautiful she is. Is it creepy that I'm 60 fretting over a 19-year-old?
She's legal.
Maybe.
No.
Yeah, maybe. But
Why?
guess what? Gene Lasker will tell you. She's legal. She's legal.
How is your mom doing? I know she was.
Look how, that's model. That's like model material.
Diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah. She's doing better. Obviously, radiation takes a toll on your body. But
did she get a golf scholarship?
Yes, to Miami.
So she goes to the University of Miami on a golf.
She's too tall to play golf.
No, that's what you need, Gene. That's what.
You need to be a tall man?
Yeah. Well, especially if you're a woman, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
She's doing better and feeling better. She's been a little tired, but yeah, she's a fighter. If anyone can go through it, and she can definitely, she's a fighter. She'll be fine.
How many University of Miami guys are going to be trying to roll up on that?
And here's the deal: Secret Service.
Well, I was getting ready to say, how do you roll up on it? How do you roll up on it when you got a guy in a black suit with sunglasses and an earpiece?
You text
right out. Hey Kai, thinking about coming over? You think you might be able to get that big bodyguard out of the way? Because I don't know if I can get by that guy.
I am here with Kai Trump. Kai, this is your first ESPYs. How are you feeling?
I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. I don't really get nervous ever, but I'm a little nervous today. But it's been great and getting ready and picking out my.
I just want to let you know, I'm not trying to be creepy grandpa or nothing, but I got the hottest grandchild of any president. No president's ever had a grandbaby that's hotter than mine. It's just, look at her. Her name's Kai Trump. She's amazing.
The rest has been awesome.
And so how does that come down the family tree? Who owns that?
I think this is how it happened. His son was married to her mother, and then they got a divorce. And she, is the byproduct of their marriage. And so, yes, Donald Trump is her grandfather, but I don't think that her mother is with Trump's son anymore.
No, she's dating Osha.
Is that how? Is that
Tiger Woods?
But is that how it happened?
No.
Yeah.
No. Hold on. Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
That's the girl.
So hold on. So Gene, this girl's mother used to be hooked up with Donald Trump's son.
Donald Trump Jr.
Donald Trump Jr. Then they got divorced, and then the mother, who's not blood to Donald Trump,
Vanessa
but the mother of his grandbaby, she's now seeing Tiger Woods.
Yes.
So Tiger Woody, he is half white.
Yes, he's
so
African American and
the Trump girl
Asian.
is really helping America out because she's whitening up that whole family.
Well,
because he's half white now with another white girl, and they have a baby. It's only going to be 1/4 white.
Well, it's age. He's Asian.
Anytime
I mean, one
you
quarter
can-
black.
Anytime you
Three-quarter
can
white.
get more white, percentage-wise, for a baby, it's better.
We're running out of white people, man. We got to bust up.
Your outfit, Alice and Olivia dress. They customized the dress for me, and then I'm wearing RW Fine jewelry, and then
Yeah. Wow. Phew. Phew.
You'd ruin her right out of the box, bolting
I mean,
on
I'm
some
not
big
even-
ones.
I'm sure Trump's talked about. Yeah, he likes those bolt-ons.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
I don't want to be creepy, but I just want to let you
Does
know
his European girl got
my
bolt-ons?
granddaughter,
The wife?
my granddaughter needs
Yeah.
a set of Diacos. She really does. It's the only thing that's going to really make her pop. She's
I would
gorgeous.
love to hear Trumpy
She's
say that.
gorgeous, but she's just a
Diacos.
set of Diacos away from being absolutely perfect. Please don't think I'm being a creepy grandpa, because I'm not.
But I've been in Epstein Island.
But I have been with that. And don't forget, Bill Clinton was with me at Epstein Island.
The views and opinions made by Gene Lasker are not necessarily those of our advertisers or this radio station.
He's a good guy, even though he's a Bubba the Love Sponge.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Brain, man. So how can they not be good? How can they not do good?
Well, yeah, but you get the bad side is if you're the ugly duckling.
Yeah.
Trump
Yeah, but
has
the really good-looking families don't have an ugly duckling.
Well,
No.
Trump has one daughter that's
Ugly?
yeah. He's not
You never hear me talk about her now, do you? The American people don't want an ugly kid. Remember Chelsea, how fucking ugly hers?
Well, of course. There's thumbs up for Gene Lasker.
Yep, the thumbs up moving. Y'all better get busy with that.
20 Iggy, fish 26. 50 months. Where do you go with this one, Joe?
Iggy McGillicuddy got a 27-year-old Lexus, indestructible.
Yeah, we are. No, we are. Yeah, it's our thumbnail. Yeah, you want to hold on for 5 minutes? All right, no, thank you. Line one is a guy that works at a CBS affiliate in Louisville. He wants to chime in about the Trump stuff.
Chime. He wants a chime.
Chime.
Dirt Merchant, good morning. Mad Mike 414, good morning. Organic Gene, good morning. Dark Match Steve, Jingamungo. There you go, Dirt Merchant. Get them thumbs up for me. Gotta have 1,300. It's Friday.
That's right. Until the weekend.
I don't mind 1,200 on Wednesday, but 1,300 on Friday.
Semi out of blast.
Ying Zinger. Happy Friday to you.
Back at you, Yidzer. Oh.
Joey DeWall. Morning.
So retarded.
Rob Goldberg. The Chattamungos are hitting hard today with all the thumbs up. Get it.
So hot.
Guys, your wife is hot. With soaringly high summer temperatures, it's time to get her a box. Watch romantic movies, thrilling series, shows to set the mood, baseball, soccer, racing, and the fights for you to enjoy too. All the programming Get a Box is famous for in crystal clear HD. It's so easy to set up, even your buddy with the VCR can hook it up. You know what else is too hot? That cable bill. It has more junk fees than a used car lot. This summer is the right time to enjoy a box. Today, with promo code Bubba, you can get $25 off any box. Go to getabox.com, promo code Bubba for your box today. Getabox.com.
Stay inside with your hot wife and never pay for TV again.
Bubba, the Love Sponge Show.
It's the Bubba, the Love Sponge Show.
It's real great radio, man. No bullshit. Back to Bubba the Love Sponge.
Man, those sound good, don't they? Yeah. 813-902-8222. 813-90-BUBBA. If you aren't a pussy and you want to call in.
Why are you saying it like that?
Just, I am.
They give me Gillicuddy $50.
Hello, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Bubba, hi, good morning. Hey, listen, I know you're getting ready to talk about the whole Trump speech last night. I work for a CBS affiliate in Louisville. And what's interesting is when I got in last night, we originally weren't going to air it. And then about 20 minutes till 9 o'clock, we get, the message from CBS like, hey, we're going live. So, I mean, we're in like prime time to begin with. And so we just basically ran with it.
So
anything we could cover it up with.
Can I ask a question? So are you are you owned by CBS? Are you a CBS O&O or are you owned by another media company?
We're owned by another media company. Yes.
Yeah, we don't even need to get into the names or things. But like, so
sure.
Is there a rule? Because I don't know, so I'm asking you. Being in the programming department, is there a rule where CBS O&O, CBS corporate, Paramount, whatever the corporate entity is, if they have an event like the 4th of July, do they make the affiliates? Because at this point, you're owned by a different company, so you would be considered a CBS affiliate. You're not owned by CBS corporate. You're owned by Gannett or whoever the hell, whatever. So when CBS corporate, can they override local programming, even though you might be taking the CBS, primetime feed, ever whatever that may be? What was scheduled last night at 9? What was supposed to be on?
Well, it was local primetime programming. It was like their shows like Ghost,
right,
and Georgia Mandy and stuff like that.
So usually you guys would be airing that. That comes from corporate. Corporate, do they still run that somewhere on the bird for affiliates to run if they don't want to run the Trump deal, or is it a mandate that they can override your local programming decisions that maybe decided you guys weren't going to cover it? And can CBS O&O override the local guys?
Well, and you bring up a very good question about that. When it comes to the O&O, I can't verify that. But in our case, again, we were in prime time, and let's say if Trump decided to go 2 hours, then we're going to be pushing it back to begin with. So what would happen is let's say our normal time going on with the local news at 11 o'clock, we'd probably be, say like 11:15, and we would probably go with what CBS is giving us. So we would go into the late night programming on time there, on a certain time that they give us.
Now, were there, because we're getting reports that there were CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, there were networks, or stations that did not cover or carry the Trump speech. So would that have been made on the local level and the national? There were some NBC affiliates that did cover it, or did NBC, CBS, did they just not even send you local guys the feed?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because and I can only speak for the CBS station. It's like originally, again, we were just going to go on with the regular, summer programming. It's basically reruns. And 20 minutes till 9, that's when we got the message like we're going on. And we've got 3 channels that we look at: CBS 1, 2, and 3, and they were all covered with the Trump thing. So I mean, it's not like we could switch over to whatever programming.
So you're saying in your case, the CBS affiliate in Louisville, Kentucky, they did carry the Trump. Your station did carry it, and your station's a CBS affiliate.
Yeah, we actually Trump was done about 24 after, and CBS went on till the top of the hour just to kind of fill, and we went into back into primetime programming at 10 o'clock. So we were on that full hour.
Oh, okay.
At least this market was.
Right. So you guys just threw something together to take you to the top of 10, then you ran something 10 to 11, then local news at 11 probably.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, we went back into CBS primetime, which was the primetime is like, well, you know this, it's like 8 to 10 or 8 to 11.
Right.
And so we went back. CBS basically went back into network and was running their reruns till 11 o'clock when we did the news, because I had the news producer come in and ask me, like, hey, are there any changes? And I'm like, no, we're on time. We're good.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you for the heads up and the insight of. We're going to, we're probably in the next 30 to 40 minutes start breaking this down. But thank you for having some boots on the ground, behind the scenes insight. I appreciate it, my friend.
Thanks, Bubba. Be safe, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thanks so for the education we really didn't need.
Yeah, thank you for stuff that I didn't even know Bubba was talking about. All I know, I'm supposed to be here on Wednesdays and Fridays at 6 o'clock, no later. I usually get here about 45 after. I give Bubba his nanner and his cheese stick and his because God forbid I go to 7-Eleven, I got stuff and he doesn't have any. He's very food aggressive. So we were talking about Kai Trump, who's the granddaughter of Donald Trump, who's 19, is on a NCAA golf scholarship for the University of Miami, and she's absolutely a smoke show. I found a list of the presidential children, because as we've grown up and there's been I can remember, I think as far back as I think Ford. I can't really remember Nixon's kids, but I can remember Ford. Ford had a kid. I think his name was John Ford, and that was the first kid that I can remember as far as presidential children. Then you went to Reagan, and he had Ron Reagan Jr., and then he had Patty. Remember, his daughter was named Patty, and she went on to marry a guy that had a last name Davis. So, but I don't remember what they looked like as kids. I can't really remember any of the kids running around until maybe Amy Carter. That's the one I can remember, and she was a horse. I mean, she was ugly. I mean, we're talking about how hot Kai Trump is, the granddaughter. Now, she's not an actual descendant, meaning like the child of a president. She's the grandchild of a president. She's never lived in the White House, but you know they have a list of children that are still alive. I think there are 32 presidential children that are currently alive. I think the oldest, and they rank them from oldest to youngest. The oldest one is Lady Bird Johnson Robb, who is the daughter of Lyndon B. Johnson. She's 82.
Mad Mac, $20.
Tricia Nixon was Richard Nixon's daughter. She's 80. George W. Bush, who is the son of George H.W. Bush. Obviously, he's alive, and he went on to be a president. That might be the only... Is that the only... could you look? I think George W. Bush is the only child of a president that went on to be president. Hey, Alexa, how many children of presidents went on to become the president?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
I just told you what the answer was.
Dumb bitch. Yeah, he's the only one.
Yeah, so, and I think he was.
Why would she have an answer for that?
Because she's. You know what, Gene? There's a lot of times where she is stupid. So anyway, then you got. I didn't know that Jimmy Carter had a son named Jack, but he did, and he also had a son named Jeff. And then he also had, I think, Amy Carter, and that's where I start picking it up. She's 58 now, and she was just absolutely ugly. Red hair, freckled. She looked like the Wendy's, the chick on the Wendy's on the Wendy's signs, like the Wendy's. That's what she looked like.
Let's see, Lummy.
Then you go to Ronald Reagan. He had a couple kids. He had a daughter named Patty. I don't know that she may have lived in the White House. Then of course, Carolyn Kennedy.
Yeah, how did them little babies grow up to be?
Carolyn Kennedy, I think, went on to be pretty. I think, and then we had the Obama kids, right? We had then we had Chelsea Clinton, and she was ugly. She was about as ugly as Amy Carter.
Obama's girl had a daughter.
Obama had
2 daughters.
Yeah, Obama had 2 daughters.
Yes.
Yeah, Barack Obama had Mila and Sasha. One was 28 and one was 25. That's what they are right now. Now, Barron Trump is the current son of Donald. He's 20. Isn't he the one, Lumby, that might be autistic?
The tall man?
No, he's not autistic. He's in college. He's just tall.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's like 6'6", 6'7".
Is the 5th and youngest child of Donald Trump, the 45th and 47th president of the United States, and only has one child with his 3rd wife, Melania, which makes him a member of the first family of the United States. So Barron is the only kid he had with his current wife, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And it looks like, by the way, that the Adams. So my internet search was wrong. So John Quincy Adams and John Adams were related.
So there were 2.
Yes.
George H.W. Bush had
and the Adam brothers.
Yes.
Yeah, the Adams family. Yeah, the Adams family. I was talking about this yesterday, and Miley Cyrus, I've always thought she was pretty hot.
Mad Mike.
I do too. She's
$20.
a good singer.
And
she's kind of wild.
Who's 20?
Mad Mike.
Mad Mike. Mad Mike. Thank you, Mad Mike.
Y'all follow Mad Mike, man. Get on.
Yeah, get those thumbs up, please. I'm not screwing around today. I mean business. I like to get 13. I like to get 1,300. Yeah, I like to get 1,300. Appreciate it. It's Friday. So, she's not drop dead Kai Trump gorgeous, but she's a little bit naughty. She can sing. She's talented. And I think she's probably very aggressive sexually. And she went, I think this might have been on, is this the Monica Lewinsky podcast?
Wow.
It says on the top, it says Reclaiming with Monica Lewinsky. Did Monica Lewinsky got a podcast
Looks
now?
like she does.
Okay.
Oh, man, really?
It's on Spotify.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, take that 15 minutes of fame with Bill and that stain on that blue dress and take it right to the top, my friend. Yeah. I wonder how much money she's made in books and telling her story. And I hope a lot. I hope a lot because, America really, 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 really demonized her, right? I mean,
Did they?
Yeah, I think they did.
J-Law Bronco, $20.
Thank you, my friend. She was like a little slut, and she was like, she was the other woman. I think people were far more judgy back then when you gave the president oral than now. Well, you know what? I think maybe nowadays you might even be in more trouble if you'd give the president oral.
She's worth $1.5 million.
Yeah,
why would you get in more trouble now?
I don't know, because you have more ways to distribute the nonsense. Like you have, like it would just be it would go viral and just absolutely blow up if Trump had an intern. Trump got in trouble for that $86 million shakedown from that old bag that said she was in the hat department of some department store in the late 80s, and Trump touched her inappropriately, and there's absolutely no witnesses. There's no camera surveillance. There's no workers that worked at the department store that saw it. It's her word against Donald Trump's
You think
word.
they gave her a lie detector?
I don't know, but I know that she won $80+ million on a sexual battery kind of deal against Donald Trump. And I call it like I see it. He got absolutely, of course, it was in New York, and he got absolutely railroaded. And I don't think that any man should ever be held responsible if it's just, now if the woman's got signs of trauma and you sexually battered her or inappropriately,
instantly called on you,
and she went and got a rape kit, called the police, documented it all. There were signs of struggle. She had some bruising.
Guilty.
She went and got a rape kit. Then absolutely throw the book at the guy. I have no tolerance for anybody doing that to a woman in any way, shape, or form. But when it ends up being 50 years later, 50 years later, and that man now is the president of the United States, or in the time that she brought the charges, I think he was running for, re-election. He'd already been the president in one term, sat out a term. Now he's rerunning. He ended up winning that. Obviously, we know that. And then out of nowhere, can you send me the news information about this bitch? Because I
kept dressing or acting a certain way.
Thanks. Can you send me because I like to get the details on it, because I want to see if I'm right. But Gene, this is how I am tracking the story. Let me know when it comes up. Actually, don't let me know, because I'll hear it.
Okay.
It'll give me one of those Prices Right, ding, which I love. Yes, we do have the ability to take the sound notification off when somebody sends me an enter message. But I like it because it lets me know that it's there, and it feels kind of game showy. And guess what? It's my show, not yours. I don't care what you think, bitches. As of October 2024, since the 70s, at least 28 women have publicly accused Donald Trump of various acts of sexual misconduct, including rape, sex with minors, sexual. And again, it's easy to, once somebody becomes famous, for everybody just to say, oh yeah, back in 79, when he was just a real estate guy and a businessman, he gave me Cheetos fingers at Studio 54. We were doing lines of coke.
And now I don't want it. I didn't want it.
And I didn't want it.
Yeah.
But in 1979 at Studio 54, when I was doing lines of coke off Donald Trump's erection, I was having a great time. I was in VIP. And by the way, I didn't file any charges. I didn't really even tell anybody. I didn't even go get it. I mean, I didn't document this assault in any way, shape, or form. But now that he's the president, hey, you know what? Donald Trump gave me Cheetos fingers back in 79. In 2023, a jury, a New York civil trial, found Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation of writer E. Jean Carroll, awarding her $5 million in damages. The jury did not find him liable for rape, but the presiding judge said later that the jury's finding of sexual abuse met the common definition of rape. In a subsequent 2024 civil trial, Trump was again found liable for defamation of Carol and ordered to pay an additional $83.3 million. Based on the case, several other women have filed. Well, yeah, of course people are going to file lawsuits against Donald Trump when some bitch from '86 just won nearly $90 million.
Yeah.
Of course, I got raped by Donald Trump when some woman just showed you the template to get an easy payday. It's my understanding, Lummy, and I'm going to read this article, that they didn't have any solid evidence at all. None. Beyond the Carol case, several other women have come and blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to...
If you scroll down a little bit, you can see where...
I just want to see...
Keep going. It's the background of it.
Is it the background or the overview?
The background.
So keep going down?
Oh
hold on here. Overview? Or
let me send you an easier, just break it down. I clicked on a link already.
Thank you, my friend. Oh, so you clicked it so I couldn't have it, but now I can have it now? Perfect. So this is an overview.
The background of it tells it like how it's set up
right
there. Yeah.
On June 21st, 2019, E. Jean Carroll published an article in the New York Magazine titled "Hideous Men," stating that Donald Trump had sexually assaulted her in late 95, early 96. What, 30 years ago?
She didn't remember either what year it was.
Yeah. At the Bergdorf Goodman department store in New York. She's the only person whose rape allegation against Trump has been upheld as credible in court. Though two other women have since accused. Of course, two other women. It's not a wonder it's not 36 other women. As soon as these women find out, if you got a picture of it, just you and Donald Trump hanging out, it seems like that's all you need to be able to try to sue him for nearly $90 million. His first wife, Ivanka, who once alleged he raped her during their marriage before recanting the claim, and a second woman known publicly as Jane Doe was accused Donald Trump of raping her when she was 13, but withdrew her lawsuit before it could proceed. Contrary to Trump's later assertion that she was a then almost 60-year-old woman, she is less than 3 years Trump's senior, being 52 at the time. He was 49. When you're Donald Trump and you're 49 and you're already a multi-millionaire rolling around New York City in 1995, are you messing with 52-year-old bags, or are you like Dan Diaco and you're rolling around with some hot 26-year-old? You're not going after that 52-year-old bag that's in a department store looking for a hat.
Getting both.
Well, you're probably right. Carol said that on her way out of the store, she ran into Trump and asked for help buying a gift for a woman. So she made contact with him. Hey, are you Donald Trump? Yes, I am. Listen, I'm buying a gift for a woman. You seem to probably know women better than anybody. Can you help me out picking out a hat? After she suggested a handbag or a hat, the two reputedly moved on to the lingerie section and joked about the other trying some on. Carol said they end up in a dressing room together. The door of which was shut, and Trump forcefully kissed her, pulled down her tights, and raped her before she was able to escape.
No.
She stated that the alleged incident lasted less than 3 minutes, during of which there is no sale. Hold on. This is where you start getting holes in the story. During of which there was no sales attendant present in the department. Lisa, two chicks, Lisa and Carol, told the New York Magazine that Carol had confided with them shortly after the alleged assault. Well, of course you get your two best friends. Tell
them a month later.
Yeah. And you can tell them anything because they weren't there and they're just going to believe you.
Yeah.
The allegations were made during the Trump's first administration. In an official government statement made on June 21st, 2019, Trump denied that he'd even met Carol, accused her of trying to sell books, implied that she had a political agenda, compared the accusation to one against the U.S. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, and said that the department store had confirmed that they had no surveillance footage of the alleged incident. Trump further called onto the public to provide information indicating that Carol was conspiring with the Democratic Party and the New York Magazine. Trump separately stated in an interview with The Hill that Carol was totally lying and that she's not my type. Let me tell you something. If she was even kind of my type, it might have happened because I like to grab girls by the vagina. But I do it on this one. So Trump dismissed the significance, saying that standing with my coat on in a line, give me a break. With my back to the camera, I have no idea who she is. Carol initially chose not to describe the alleged sexual assault as rape, instead describing it as a fight. My word is fight. My word is not the victim word. I fought. A couple weeks after the New York Magazine article was published, Carol ran into lawyer George Conway, on a Trump critic and husband of Kellyanne Conway, who told her to file a defamation lawsuit and helped her find a lawyer. Conway then wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post encouraging readers to believe Carol. So here's the deal. Because I'm somewhat familiar with the case. They didn't have any evidence other than the woman telling her two friends. The department store went on to say we have no surveillance. The department store went on to say that we did not have a sales attendant in the area. So it was Trump and this chick. That's the only two people that could testify other than the two chicks' friends. Why didn't you immediately file a police report? Why did you wait 30 plus years to make this public? And when you made it public, it was part of an article in the New York Magazine to sell books and get eyes on your article. I just listen, whether you think that I, like Donald Trump or not, what I don't like is when men get railroaded based on being famous or rich. And had she actually been raped, and had she went through the necessary protocol of reporting a sexual assault, meaning you contact the police, you immediately, she should have immediately gone to the front desk of this department store and said, hey, I just had a really disturbing situation that happened to me in the lingerie dressing room situation. And I know who the guy is. His name's Donald Trump, and he raped me for 3 minutes in the dressing room. But instead, you tell your two best friends, and I don't even know what the time period was as to when it happened and when she told them, and you don't report it to the police, and when you do write your story, you don't even call it a rape. You just say that you were in the fight of your life. And that cost an influential man who happened to be the president 2 different times $90 million. I mean, do New Yorkers hate him so bad that he couldn't even find a jury of his peers to absolutely see what this is, and that's a shakedown? That's pretty sad.
Just a little bit.
It's just pretty sad. Here's the Miley Cyrus deal. And I really, 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 and Gene even agrees with me, no disrespect to his lovely wife, Sarah, but I think she's naughty and she's hot. I think her being naughty makes her hotter, in my opinion. I like naughty chicks.
If I kept dressing or acting a certain...
So she talks about how she really couldn't find a dude because most of the guys that she would go out with or start dating or be interested in were intimidated by her forwardness or her songs that are talking about her being a party girl, and they just thought that maybe she came on too strong. What a bunch of... She must hang out with a bunch of simps.
Let's see, her dating history. The guys, they look like simps.
Like a bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
She needs a real man, an alpha. It's like she's been dating a bunch of betas. A bunch of beta bitches. Take some real man. Turn this little freak out.
If I kept dressing or acting a certain way,
Miley Cyrus, by the way, on the Monica Lewinsky podcast called Reclaiming with Monica Lewinsky. Okay.
My relationships fell apart. No one wanted to date me because they didn't want to.
Is that Monica Lewinsky?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, my God.
She changed.
She looks better as an old bag. How old is she, Lummy? Like 55?
Yeah, she's in her mid to late 50s.
She looks great.
Her biggest endorsement was the $1 million from Jenny Craig.
Well, I mean, I don't even know that Jenny Craig's still in business nowadays, but I mean, my God, I'm usually Johnny Hater guy that picks people apart, but I mean, she really aged nicely.
I mean,
she looks great.
Bill would have done better if he just would have been with Monica instead of Hillary.
Oh, way. Man, I should have hung on to that. Look how Hillary aged. She looks like a goddamn raisin. I mean, I had to fly to private islands to get ass because my wife's so goddamn ugly. I mean, there was a point where Hillary Clinton kind of was like, when she was the first lady of Arkansas and she kind of had that little bob haircut, she was kind of cute. Hillary Clinton had like a 4 or 5 year window where she was kind of cute. And then she just, as soon as she got into the White House, her attitude and just her bitchiness took a couple points away from her. But Monica, and she didn't age nearly as graceful. I mean, Monica, we all remember that she was kind of chubby back then. She looks great. Is she married, kids, what?
Because they didn't want to be with a woman that sexual expression part was not.
I want a woman that wants to sexually express. Absolutely.
Part was not for them. It was like shared with the world.
Wow. Look at that. Nice body shot from both of them. Although I think Miley, you never hear this from me very often, but I think Miley might be too skinny. Like she looks like she needs to put on like, she looks too skinny. She looks unhealthy.
Yeah.
She looks unhealthy.
So like guys, when I would try to date, when I was dating or who I was engaged at the time, that didn't work out because I was sharing a part of myself that men wanted to be saved for them only. And the fact that I would, pose nude or dance in very little clothes or show my body was making.
Because you're with a bunch of little pussies. If my girl's a rock star and she's posing nude and she's wearing these little skimpy outfits, I don't care. Just like Gene Lasker would say, I'm the one that's bolting up to it at night. Mm-hmm. You can watch the nude shot all you want, but I'm the one that's bolted up to it.
Pose nude or dance in very little clothes or show my body was making them feel like I was taking something away that was meant to be for them.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Oh, whatever.
Bunch of little pussies.
Yeah.
I will tell you there, man, that shot right there, before I go into words, that shot right there, one to the left, she looks too skinny. I love her swagger, but Monica Lewinsky to the right, legs crossed, like almost like Kathy Homemaker. Does she not?
Yeah.
She looks great.
She's 53 and she's not married.
She looks great. Side profile. Maybe she's obviously had some work done, but who hasn't? What superstar hasn't? Hell, look at me. I need everything Dan's got times 10, but I ain't going in there. I might do the hair deal. I've been talking to Dan about doing the hair deal. I'm really starting to get that male pattern baldness.
You don't have to do that. You're not going to have to shave your head, though,
But here's
the
deal. Yeah, I do.
Oh.
But here's the deal. Okay, so I kind of need Chat to help me out here. Here's the deal. And Gene help me with this, okay? As my friend, okay? Just blurt out whatever comes to your mind, which if you tell Gene to do that, that could be dangerous.
It could be.
Right.
I'm excited.
But I'm asking for it, okay, Gene? I'm asking, but Gene, I want truly for it to be your honest opinion. Like I don't want you showing off.
You're gonna handle the truth.
I don't want you showing off. I just want. Okay. I don't want you showing off. I just want you to give me your honest opinion of the question and scenario that I'm going to bring up. And Lummy, I want yours, and more importantly, I want Chat's. So I currently am starting to get what they call male pattern baldness. And that is where, and if my hair wasn't all over the place, I'd take my hat off. But maybe on Monday I'll do my hair. See, I used to do my hair every day or wear hair gel and stuff like that. But then after the show, I have to go wash it out because you can't go out and mow the lawn, and you can't work with hair gel. It just, you can't. So as soon as I get off, I'm not doing my hair anymore as much because it looks good on camera, better than a hat. But my semi-auto glassed hat is my favorite, and I have about 5 of these. So I do love wearing my semi-auto glass hat, but I should do my hair. I was doing my hair for the longest time, but I have to then, as soon as the show gets over, I have to wash it out, and it's a big pain in the ass. It's just easier to put a hat on. But I'm starting to develop that bald spot right in the middle of your head. Well, so Dan has offered me, and by the way, Dan has the newest, I know 3 or 4 people that have done it, but Dan's got like the newest machine within Tampa. Dan probably is the it guy for male hair. Well, female too. Women lose their hair and get really insecure about it. And so he does hair replacement. And it's where they take healthy hair follicles from the back part of your head, where that usually doesn't go bald on anybody. Like usually, even Hogan, when he was, he had that little strip of, you have that. And mine, I actually got a really good strip of really nice hair.
No sun hits it.
Right, whatever. But I do have that little, circular bald spot in my middle. So here's my dilemma, Gene. Dan has offered me, pretty much free to go and get, it's like a $10,000 deal. And Dan's like, if you want to do it, I'll do it. And I've been, Dan, privately, Dan's looked at my hairline, looked at my male pattern baldness, and said, listen, you're actually a prime candidate for what this machine that I have does. Like, you are the perfect candidate. You're not too far. It's not too far along. You're kind of catching it, and you absolutely will have unbelievable results. You'll have all that male pattern baldness will now be infused with healthy follicles that will grow, and it'll restore everything that you want. It'll do. And that'd be great. And that would probably look better. But here's my question, Gene Lasker. Who in the hell am I trying to impress?
Yes.
Meaning, like, I got Erica. I'm going to be with her for the rest of my life.
How'd she like it?
Well, you think she likes you getting ugly?
Well,
bald's not ugly.
She has
kind of is.
Well, she has told me, listen, I love you whether you're bald, fat,
they're lying,
rich,
my
poor.
wife said that to me too, but I don't believe it.
She loved you when you were 340. Did she? Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Now I'm asking you a question. Did Sarah Lasker love you any less when you were at your fattest?
I think she loved me the same, but, I don't feel like she was attracted to me the same.
What, are you trying to say she attacks you now? Are you saying that she just can't keep her hands off you?
Maybe it was, in my own mind.
Yeah, it was your own insecurity.
My own insecurity.
If I was to ask her that question, she would say, listen,
of course she
I loved Gene at 340 as much as I love him at 242. That's my king. Right. I love him. Well, I think Erica feels the same way, and I've had the discussion. You know what? I don't know that I've actually had the discussion with her. Like, listen, what do you think? You think I should get it? Because here's the deal.
Look in the mirror and ask that guy, because that's all that really matters at the end.
But here's the deal. When I ask that guy, do you know what that guy says?
Well, are you getting lazy?
Get the hair? Get the hair?
Get the hair.
You know what, Mike?
You want me to go with you and hold your hand? I'll get me some hair, too.
No. But, like...
I'd like to get me a wolfie, a little arrowhead, like on my forehead.
You want a widow's peak? Like, so you like Eddie Munster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always wanted one of them.
Hey, Dan, I'm pretty good out in the back and everything, but can you give me one of those widow's peak like Eddie Munster?
I didn't know they had a name for it.
Yeah, it's called a widow's peak. I'd like to get me one of them Eddie Munster deals. So my question is, listen, I'm with the woman that I don't have to impress, that is going to be with me till the day I take my last breath. And I really probably need to ask her what her true opinion is, and she can have one. And don't just tell me what I want to hear. Don't give me the lummy treatment.
That's all she's gonna do.
Tell me what you really think.
Well, can't you just do the pills first? Didn't Dr. Nen say you could do the pills?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I should try the pills for however long.
Yeah, see if they give a little sprout.
Little sprout.
Yeah. So, I don't know what
What
chat.
do you want to do? What I mean,
there's a part of me that wants to do it, and then there's a part of me like, man, you got to shave your head. Well, you got to buzz your head down to like you're going to the Marines
just one time,
and then it's a 6 to 8 hour procedure. You got to sit in a chair. They have to shoot your head full of all of they have to put like Novocaine on top of your head, and you sit there for 6 to 8 hours while they implant like 2,500 hair follicles. It's an all-day deal.
But it's a guaranteed result.
Yes, it's guaranteed.
So I'd do that if I was you.
So you really would?
I would.
All right.
Especially it's free. You're not even wasting any money.
Well.
And you know how Dan is. He wants to be a perfectionist, so he's going to really do you good. Where he would mess up somebody else that didn't care because he already got paid.
That's not how he operates, Gene. If he messes up, he'll fix it, please. He's not going to mess up with yours, man, because you don't want the blowback on the air. You know how you get sometimes.
That's right.
You get a little crazy. I wouldn't want to do any powder coating for you because if I messed it up, it's the last thing I'd be hearing every damn day about Buffalo Avenue powder coating. So anyway, Lummy, I don't know what chat's saying. But nothing you could do would make Merch Crick not love you. Yeah. She told me.
I'd say 50-50. I see that people are just saying don't do it, and some are saying do it. So
yeah,
it's split.
There's no bad effect of it either way.
What if you shave your head and you really like the way it looks?
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna look stupid. I think I'm gonna look like a
maybe that little kid had his forecast right.
What do you mean,
Mr. Bowling Ball?
You're a dick.
You mean you are Greg's son?
Yeah, the kid, the forecaster.
What do you mean, boy? I don't understand how
you forecast it because he calls you bowling ball, and when your head's gonna be shaved, you're gonna look like a bowling ball.
Thank you,
shiny boy ball.
Thank you, Lummy, for breaking it down for me.
I can't believe, Lummy, you stepped up and broke it down.
I want you to stay on this channel.
More bullying and brutality after this.
That's real nice.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Lummy, I think, did you get the Michael Hattersley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Formerly Bobo Toronto. 25.
Got a little pad. Let me see that little pad, that little yellow pad, so I can jot something down so you can read it and not say hear it. You need that pen. That was broken.
That's just like a fucking caveman. Yeah. But I don't have those. I have
Whatever.
Yeah. I got the equivalent to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's a pin coming your way. It's right here. It's going to be right here.
The pen.
Ooh, Did you catch it?
I caught it until I looked down and it fell out of my finger. But I didn't know where it was and it was in my hand.
Yeah. We'll talk about what you're specifically needing it for, and I'll give you the right application, because I got several options there. I got several different avenues you can go.
7 different ones.
Like I got a 305, I got a 350, I got a 427.
Yeah, I want 410s.
You want a 410? Fucking, you want a Wesmar 410?
Go straight to the 410.
Okay, all right. You want a 410?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bugged me all day. Yeah, this shirt, somebody sent it to me in the mail.
That's the Metalworks.
Is it, you know him? No.
I see that it's like a...
It's a massive metalwork or something, fabrication.
863.
He sent it to me, but no return address, no phone number, no name, no nothing.
No.
They might have said something to me on Facebook, but I don't remember. All right, Chattamongos, what's happening? Let's hear it. Need some coins. Throw them at me.
Hopefully the dogs stay for the music.
Snook Slayer.
What's up in here, Fred?
Snook Slayer, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, Lasker's passing notes.
How about it? The Snook Slayer is in
You guys can't hear everything I'm saying.
Snook Slayer is
Can't say damn thing here without everybody knowing.
That's right. You tell him, Gene. What's up, infantry? Big man. Coming. Before the ball Toronto 25. Woo.
Glad you get to hear me.
Show. Listener supported at the Bubba Army on PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Truth, lies, rumors, and bad decisions. What more could you want?
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Bubba. Hi. The Love Sponge. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Now, let's get back to the show.
Truth, lies, rumors, and bad decisions. I love it. Brad James, my God. Keep them churning out. I'll write you a check. Hell yeah. Appreciate it. This weekend, as you're kicking the tires, thinking about maybe getting that new or used vehicle for maybe, like Gene Lasker, he keeps his girl in a nice truck. You can't let your girl drive around in some nonsense.
No way.
Merch Crick's actually got a nicer car than me. Probably because she can afford it. You got better credit than me. I don't have any credit. Please. So anyway, Volkswagen of Wesley Chapel. I think the website, I think you can do pretty much your entire deal. Look at their inventory, even their used, new and used Volkswagen inventory or any other car. And if you are specifically looking for something they don't have, just pick up the phone or go down there and see Rolo. Ask for Rolo. That's our guy. I've been with Rolo for nearly 25 plus years in various, whether it was Lindell, Volkswagen. I've been with him like for 4 or 5 different dealerships that he went on to be the general manager on, and he always used me as, advertising and endorsement. At one time, I had a Volkswagen Passat, and me and Hogan had matching Passats.
We also had the Beetles that we ran around the country with.
Yep, we had the Beetles, so that we had Team Hogan. He gave me a Beetle. So Rolo is the guy. Go to is it VWofWC.com?
Yes, it is.
VWofWC.com. You can look at anything they got on the dealership grounds, or if you don't have, you're looking for something. You could be looking for an F-350 used, 2019. Rolo will put his little feelers out with all of his little network of other general managers. See if anybody's got one on their lot. He'll buy it from them and buy it for you to come buy it from him.
Yeah, that's what Rolo told me yesterday, because he got the Chevy Silverado and I was looking at it and he said, well, if you don't like it, tell me what you want.
So he took one on trade, knew you were looking for one.
Yes.
Called you up and be like, Lummy, I got a Chevy Silverado down here. Lummy, you need a new truck.
I know.
You really do.
I know it's coming.
And I know this one's paid for, so you're going to get, all the trade in for it. Like, it's not like you owe anything on this truck.
I don't know.
Is that why you're afraid? Because you don't want a payment?
Correct. Yeah, my transition.
But this one, can I be honest with you?
Can't afford a new truck when you got a kid.
Here's the thing. You can't afford a truck when you got a kid, Lummy. You ain't getting a truck till that kid's 14.
That's right.
So listen, Lummy. You're Lummy. and there's a certain amount of swagger that comes with being a Lummy. And especially Lummy from the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Jump on his coattail and go get your VW.
Well, Rolo's going to give you. First of all, here's the deal: you're not going to get a better deal because he probably took it in right. Like he didn't pay all the money for it.
Yes, yeah.
So he probably, and so he bought it right, and he's not gonna make one dime on you. And so this is probably where you're going to end up. You could never get a better deal on a used Silverado than this.
Correct.
And so.
0% on your payment.
You need to think about buying that because your truck is your truck is a piece of shit.
Oh, listen, I beat the crap out of it. I knew I was
if you do get a new truck, will you take better care of it?
Oh yeah, I took good care of this
like
truck.
Sanford and Son.
Oh yeah, right. You're gonna grow up finally when you get a new truck.
This one looks like Lamont's truck on Sanford and Son.
You ever look inside of it?
Yeah, it's
something's growing in there.
I took care of it for 6 years.
I think potatoes are growing in there. There's much mold and spuds and stuff.
Well, listen, I knew it was when I was driving and my gear shifter.
You go down the drive because it was hitting garbage?
No, it blew off the bottom.
What did it do?
So the your gear shifter.
Yeah,
the rod. The rod broke off, so I couldn't shift out of it.
You mean heathen in that truck?
Your transmission handle selector?
Yes.
It fell off?
Yeah. I had to zip tie it.
I had to zip tie it.
What year is it?
It falls into reverse on its own.
2014.
It's 12 years old, bud.
Yeah.
And it's how many miles?
I think I got like 238 now.
Chevys. I mean, listen, you can't go 200,000 miles on anything that's domestic. Now you get you a Honda, or you get you a Nissan, or you get you a Toyota. Those things, for some reason, they'll go 300,000-400,000 miles if you keep the oil changed. But like Merch Creek has a 96 Ford F-350 7.3.
They'll go 400,000.
Those things will go 400,000. Bobby, our good friend Bobby, just put a new starter on it. That's the only thing and that truck's only got 103,000 miles on it. It looks her 96 looks better than your 14.
100%.
So what does your wife say? Does she like keeping you in a beat up truck?
No, she wants me to get a new truck.
Well, then what Ashley says goes.
So if you had a bald head, she'd be making you get hair, wouldn't she? You don't got a Merch Creek, do you?
He'll never have to. Look at that hair on that guy.
I said the same thing. Look at me.
But Lummy's got like luscious locks. Like Lummy has really. You're right, because he's part primate. He's part primate.
That's right.
God, I wish I would give anything to be as big as Lummy. Because
I wouldn't have had the thought as much in my life if I was big. I had my kid.
Oh yeah,
he would leave me alone.
See, God just doesn't build the perfect person, because you and I's mentality, Gene, are not made to be put into a 6'6" frame, because we'd be impossible to live with. We'd just be fighting and beating people up all the time. Whereas they have to kind of downsize us a little bit, make us 5'10", and you guys got to be a little bit tough and maybe fight sometimes, but not fight a lot because we don't have the size. But Gene, you're impossible to deal with at 5'10". Can you imagine if you were 6'6", 340, and the size of Lummy?
You wouldn't be allowing me in here, that's for sure.
No, nobody could live with you. You'd just be impossible. With the skill set of Rob Kahn. So you got skill set of Rob Kahn and the size of Warren. You'd be.
I wouldn't be on this show. I'd be a Chattamungo.
No, you'd have your own. You'd be fighting for Dana White.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be a multi-million-dollar professional MMA guy. Look how big you are, Lummy. But you're soft as butter in the sun.
That's right, I am. I melt.
Well, no, but I have seen your meltdowns, and they are scary. They are quite scary.
He gets mad when his John Deere breaks down. He was over at the shop when we were trying to fix the pump, and when he got a poor attitude, he'll make you nervous.
He does have a little bit of an anger issue. When he flips. He
kind of got aggravated.
He flips.
And I'm going like, damn, dude.
Iggy McGillicuddy says, can you, now Iggy is a dick. and Iggy's 5'10", but he's jacked. So the jackness makes him a dick. So because he's pretty badass, he's got he's like Macho Man. He's in shape, jacked.
Right.
Can you imagine Iggy the size of Lummy? Even Iggy says I'd be a real dick if I was Lummy's size. Mostly, that's why God puts that type of size in
I
a
know, but
in a-
look what they did to Macho.
But-
He's the perfect animal.
Yeah,
and
but-
he's the nicest guy ever.
I know, but he doesn't have Lummy's size.
I know, but he has to have Lummy size. He'd probably still be a good guy.
Macho Man has to build size. Macho Man has to spend thousands of hours in a gym to get a body like that. Whereas Lummy has the base size. Can you imagine
All
if
he
you
got to do
put
is a couple sit-ups and he'd be jacked.
Yeah.
Lummy.
Lummy, when you're at your most in shapeness, like how badass were you?
Oh, I was very badass.
Right.
I wish I had pictures of it still.
When you were playing tackle for USF, was that when you were probably your most badass?
No, I'd say it was guard between baseball and football going to FAU. 285, 6'5", 285. Just
So
like,
you was a sports freak?
I tried to be.
He was
What happened?
He was a baseball
eat and
player.
You only got to get 2 goals like those Steve.
No, he's not.
Jeez,
He's
you
not
don't
a
got to
hockey
get a
player.
lot.
He's not a hockey player.
No.
Yeah,
So-
well, I was saying he could have made 1 touchdown and been
He's
everything.
not a touchdown
No,
guy.
I'm
He's
not I'm
listen,
just,
Gene, there's more value if you're that size as a guard or an offensive tackle. You're going to, and in today's world, if you had Lummy's size and potential high school skill set, you could get $1 million to go sign with, University of Florida coming out of high school. Though they're giving kids, Gene, they're giving kids now that are size of Lummy that have a good skill set and are going to be starting offensive linemen for a Power 5 program. They're giving kids out of high school, Gene, $1 million a year contracts.
it's insane.
It's like
You hear that, Coben?
Coben, there's a chance for you to become less soft and mean. It's got to be mean like me, and we already got the size. So I'm just gonna, hey Sarah, we're gonna go ahead and be able to retire because Coben's gonna end up trying to become a tough guy and be a football player. I don't know why in the hell I find this next thing that I'm gonna play amusing, other than as the older I get, I've become more claustrophobic. I think I've told this story when I went in for the MRI and I got claustrophobic and I had to hit the button. And
In the tube?
Yes.
Oh, I hate that.
And so I hit the button and the Asian guy goes,
You did not.
Yes, I did. And so the Asian guy goes, because you don't understand. When I go into one of those MRIs, the tube is like literally
half inch from you,
a quarter inch from my nose.
Right.
And
what you got to do is look back out of the tube the other way.
Well,
that's what I'd had to do.
So I hit the button because I'm but I'm not claustrophobic. Like, I'm not a claustrophobic person. But I got in that tube and I started getting in my head and I started like talking to myself and then I'm like, don't be that guy.
Don't be
and
that guy.
you start hearing I lasted about 2 minutes. I smashed the button. It lets me back out. And I go, sir, I just got really claustrophobic. And he's like,
They
okay,
make the new ones just stand up and they just go around you.
I know. So he goes, okay. I wasn't a new one. It was an old one. He goes, let me give you a Valium. And then you go out into the waiting room and we're going to give you a Valium right now. And then in 15 minutes, we'll call you back. That'll calm you down. And so
That made it worse.
I'll say, okay, cool. So he gives me a Valium, full strength for like the size of a horse. I go out there at 15 minutes to call me back in. So the guy's like, listen, you're going to be okay. Just close your eyes and try to take a nap or go to. So they put me back in the tube. I got the Valium. And they start turning the machine on. And I start in my head, I'm like, I open my eyes and I start I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And I start talking to myself, like, don't. So then I start having a conversation with myself. I'm like, don't be that guy. Listen, bud. Listen, you're not a pussy.
Man up. You're only going to be here 3 more minutes.
No, it was 30 minutes. It was going to be 30
yeah.
minutes. I'm like, listen, you're okay, bud. Like, don't be that guy. This is the kind of guy that you'd make fun of on the air. Like, this is the kind of guy that if you heard about this story on the air, you would be making fun of this guy. Completely able-bodied fat ass, completely has a complete meltdown in the MRI machine because he is claustrophobic. You'd be making fun of that guy. Don't be that guy. I'm like, okay, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. You're not freaking out, buddy. You're gonna be okay. No, you're freaking out. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Hit the button. No. Don't hit the button. Don't close your eyes. Don't hit the button. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh my God. So I hit the button and I'm officially that guy. I'm now claustrophobic. I'm afraid of heights and I'm claustrophobic and I'm not riding no roller coasters anymore. Like, I ain't jumping out of airplanes. I ain't doing any of that. So
This age? That's just the age.
I think. I think so. As you get older, you just become you get soft. Like when you're younger, you're a little bit more resilient and mean, but you get soft as you get old. And I'm officially losing my hair and getting soft. So anyway, this story comes through our TikTok feed, and it's like it's an instructional video, and how you would ever be in this scenario, I don't know. But it's like if you're locked in a casket, how to get out of a casket if you're buried in the ground in a casket.
Can't.
So like, are they saying like, okay, the mob, put you in a casket alive and they expected you to die, or they misdiagnosed you as being dead and they had your big, funeral and burial and they put you in there and then all of a sudden you woke up. So like, I don't even know what the application would be if, why you need an instructional video to get out of a coffin that's been buried, under the ground. And so I'm like thinking, there's no way if I was in a casket laying on my back, in the your dead position, and I woke up, I would just die. Probably I guess you probably lose all your air and stuff. I don't know how I would get out, and I can't maneuver my body. But this TikTok video gives you an instructional way to get out if you were buried in a casket alive.
Oh.
So watch it.
Immediately start urinating. And when your urine contacts the dirt, it will moisten the ground, allowing you to push the soil down further. Now
hold on. That's assuming that you're the size of this guy.
How much urine
and
you got to
turn
have?
yourself sideways in there.
Yeah, like, first of all, if I'm claustrophobic in an MRI tube, how am I going to be able to position my body? This guy looks to be about 5'9", 150, and I guess you're supposed to punch a hole in the floor of the casket.
Yeah, right.
And then pee down this hole
enough to make that kind of stain in the sand.
Now watch out. It even gets more unbelievable. So as you position your body, you got to completely get on your side. You got to punch a hole in the casket and then pee down this hole.
Carefully turn around and break the top of the coffin with all your energy.
First of all, I couldn't do
your
this
elbow's
either.
Not going to go through that wood.
But first of all, I'm so wedged in this casket that I don't even have any room to get any inertia to get my elbow going to be able to break the top of the casket.
And as the top layer breaks, the soil will start falling into the space down below, giving you...
So they're saying you created the space below so that when you hit the top, that dirt has a place to go. Well, first of all, that dirt's going to go on top of me because there's not enough space in that casket for me and that dirt to be, for the dirt to go through me.
Okay.
Just enough room to climb out. As soon as you...
Yeah, so...
You deal with dirt every weekend racing. Do you think you could possibly wet the ground enough to push the dirt down?
No.
Of course not.
Unless you had an entire water truck full, you could potentially...
can't pee that?
Yeah, no, you can't pee. First of all, if they've left you for dead,
you ain't had nothing to drink.
Well,
you ain't
not
got
only
no pee
that,
in
but
ya.
don't they, before they put you in a casket and put you in the ground, don't they drain out, you're dead. They embalm you. They take out they take out all your bodily fluids and they put embalming fluid in your entire body for preservation. So I don't even know who the hell. This is the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. You know what? I'm sorry for sharing it with you. I'm absolutely so very sorry that I even shared this nonsense with you. Now here's something that I need to share with you.
Oh, this chick, yeah.
And this is really sad. This happened about 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. And this poor woman, she kind of attractive, in her 30s, I think, maybe even her 20s. And I think this happened in South Carolina or I think it was somewhat close. And she was at the beach and she had a little pocket vibrator and she went into the water. It must have been, they make those vibrators waterproof for chicks can use them in the shower and the bathtub and whatever. And so she has this waterproof vibrator. Well, I mean, kind of like the little bullet rocket deal.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like a big phallic-looking dildo. I just think it was like a little waterproof pocket rocket that women put just on top of their clitoris.
Or just stick them up in and leave them.
No, they don't. There's no sticking up any nowhere. You're just stimulating the outer portion of the clitoris, and I'm using medical terms on this. That's what they do. And so she knows that she can't do that at her lawn chair in a public beach. So she's got her pocket rocket happens to be waterproof, and she goes out into like what looks to be maybe at her belly button type depth of water, and she uses this pocket rocket to achieve an orgasm. Well, some parents or some stupid ass Karen turned her in. Now I don't know how you could necessarily prove that a woman is touching her genitalia in waist or belly button deep water, and if you just saw the woman with her head kicked back going, I don't know how that's illegal. I mean, if you cannot see the woman stimulating her genitalia, then how can it be illegal? It's not illegal. Would it be illegal if you're literally fully clothed and you went on the street corner, the busiest street corner in New York, and you just went, no. Remember the infamous scene in Harry Meets Sally when they're in the diner and she has an orgasm?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's not illegal. It's not illegal or offensive or anything like that to make the sounds of an orgasm. So if you're in water that covers your genitalia, now yes, you are stimulating your genitalia, but nobody can see it. How can that be a problem? Well, I'll tell you. So these dumbass Karens, they call the cops. The cops come and arrest this chick. She walks you through what happens, and they arrest her. Of course, the story goes viral because the body cam on the police officer is what gets published. And this woman admits, and she's super cool about it. She's like, yeah, I was having a bad day and I needed to have an orgasm. So I got into the water and I had one. Now, well, if you get Joshua Barr from the Tampa Police Department, you're probably going immediately to the penitentiary, maybe death row.
This was in Georgia.
This was in Georgia. But if you're a cop, you're like, listen, ma'am, we've had 4 or 5 complaints that you were doing like an orgasm type deal. I don't know that anybody has any surveillance per se or anybody saw your genitalia.
Well, show me how you did it, and I'll let you go.
I'd actually have reverse engineered this. Maybe they did. And I would have gone talk to the women that complained and said, okay, what did you actually see? Well, we saw her in there flopping around and her head was kicked back and she was looking like she was having an orgasm. All right, that's fine. That's what you saw, but did you actually see the device that she used to stimulate herself on her exposed clitoris? Well, no, we didn't see that now. She was about waist deep up there in the water, so we didn't see that. But we all knew what she was doing. She was giving herself an orgasm, she was, and my kid asked me about it, and I was just, that's just offensive. You just don't do that sort of thing there in public. And you shouldn't do that in public. But again, this is the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. And do you ruin a woman's life? So this thing goes viral. The body cam I'm going to play here momentarily. It's quite entertaining. She's semi-attractive. And she goes through 2 or 3 years of scrutiny. And
8 months. She did it 8 months.
Oh, this was 8 months ago. Yeah. So she goes through nearly a year. This happened 8 months ago. 7 or 8 months ago.
Well, this happened in 2021.
I know. Oh, so yeah. So she killed herself because of all the public scrutiny. This is a little bit of an old story. She killed herself 8 months ago. It just came up on my feed.
No, she killed herself in 2022. That this World Watch, they're just they're redoing the.
Oh, okay.
They put it back out.
So yeah, but when she killed herself, I don't know that was a big story. Like I don't remember it.
I never heard any of it.
And so
no, yeah, it's pretty big. It was on Inside Edition, and
so. Maybe I'm really late to this party, but I find it very entertaining and I find it very sad that, basically, and I'm not going to, but the internet killed her. Like, because of social media. And, well, I mean, I guess you could maybe say her own actions killed her because she maybe shouldn't have been doing that. But this could have been handled way differently. And it's just sad. By the way, if you're having mental issues, you can always dial pound 988 and you're never alone. Please don't ever. Please understand that's the most selfish act you can ever do, and you just leave absolutely a trail of broken hearts and people that loved you. And yes, we're really only down one soldier, but your family and everybody, you'll never, ever be able to repair the damage you do on that very selfish act. So please don't do it.
Some people are saying, which is why they kind of brought this back up, is that they believe that she was murdered. She had an argument with her boyfriend. And that's why there was, I guess she got shot in the head, but they deemed
my
it a
vibrator's
suicide.
way better than you are.
So here's the story. It pretty much tells this story in itself. The like 80% of the story is her getting arrested for having an orgasm in public, and then the last like 30 seconds talks about how she supposedly committed suicide. But now Lummy's saying that there's kind of a whodunit where they're saying potentially she might have been murdered.
Yeah.
That's why this story is coming back up?
Yes.
All right.
It's my vibrator, but I just put it in I was sitting on the beach, and I just okay, do I get a ticket? Listen, I was sitting on the water like this, and I just put it in there, and it was covered up, and I just had an orgasm. I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
Under the pressure and embarrassment of the situation, Glick eventually gave up trying to avoid the question and admitted that she had been using a vibrator. Toe convinced the officers that she had not disturbed anyone. Glick even demonstrated what had happened at the scene.
So you did have a vibrator?
Listen, I was sitting on the water like this, and I just put it in there, and it was covered up, and I just had an orgasm. I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
I got you. Okay, just
Why
hang tight
did
for
you
me.
tell on yourself?
Well, I mean,
that's stupid.
And here's the deal, man. They say that if you cooperate with the cops, they'll, like how many times do you see body cameras of the cops saying, "Listen, I'm giving you one chance to tell the truth.
They're lying.
It's going to work out better for you." And
telling yourself it's easy for
I
them
think
for
you
the
should just say,
paperwork.
"Man, I don't know what you're talking
He said
about."
he did it. Boom. That's
And
why I
unless you
arrested
got footage, you know.
Right.
You saw me, I was in the water. Okay, so if this is
I don't know what you're talking about.
After confirming
Out of
that
my
Glick
face.
had indeed engaged in the reported behavior,
Look at they're locking her up.
Yeah,
They're
because she just
locking-
told on herself.
the officers decided to place her under arrest.
call for no reason. I swear to God, I was sitting in the water. Nobody saw it.
I got you. Well, I mean, if nobody saw the
Why are we locking up these kind of people? When we got teen takeovers, I got footage from a Baltimore 7-Eleven of 8 black kids that surround a 75-year-old man and beat him nearly to death.
I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be big news when they pick me.
They wouldn't have called, right?
Man, please, don't do this to me. Are you serious?
After locating the item involved, the officers transported Glick back to the police station. During the process, Glick repeatedly asked the officers what she had done wrong.
I got you. And I mean, to be completely honest with you, I really don't care what you did, but again, someone saw it, so that's why we're here.
Somebody saw it. Eugene, you're right. Had you said, "Listen, I don't know what you're talking about." Well, you know what? Show me
What
the
did she
footage.
see? Me touching myself?
Show me the footage of the person that supposedly saw me or whatever. Other than that, man, I was not. I was in the water playing around.
But she said it.
Yeah. But don't admit to doing it, Gene. Just say, I was out there swimming. I was out there swimming.
No way. Even your lawyer will tell you that.
Here you go. Have you ever heard the expression, if you don't talk, you walk?
Yep. Nobody talks, everybody walks.
I mean, if you're gonna do something like that, don't get caught. That's all I have to say.
Don't get caught. Don't tell on yourself.
So, I mean, I got
mean.
nothing against you,
It was later revealed that Glick was arrested.
I mean, look how cute she is. Cute
Yeah.
as hell. But this ruined her life. This literally ruined her life to the point where she took her life, supposedly, and now they're saying maybe not. Maybe she got murdered.
On charges of public indecency and disorderly conduct. In August 2021, body camera footage from the incident was released online. Within 3 days, the video received 2.5 million views. In April 2022,
Look how beautiful she is. Oh my God, what a tragedy.
Glick was found dead inside her home by her landlord. According to the medical examiner, she had already been deceased for more than 30 days when she was discovered. Her death was ruled a suicide.
30 days missing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're going to arrest that poor girl for supposedly vibrating on the beach. But watch this. Horrifying video footage of a Baltimore 7-Eleven shows 6 African-American teens beating the absolute living hell out of an elderly 74-year-old white guy. Police say the teens had an assault weapon and sword and ruthlessly beat the elderly man, stomping him over and over. We're going to arrest this poor woman in Georgia for supposedly using a pocket rocket on the beach in the water, but I guarantee you that we'll go soft on these 6 assholes, just like the judicial system does. Now, you can see I'm going to go on into words after this. This 74-year-old grandpa is walking out of the 7-Eleven, and you can see there's already what looks to be 3 teens that got him sized up.
Oh,
they knock him down. The video has been sped up, which I don't know why. Boy, the guy from behind, look at this, knocks him down, and then they just start laying the wood to him. And they're just kicking. One had a gun, one had a sword, and they're just kicking and stomping, and so he tries to get up and fight back. Look, watch the old timer. Like, good for this dude. Like, he doesn't just sit there and take it. The old timer gets up and tries to start fighting back.
Yeah, fighting for his life.
These kids are kind of pussies. They can't take a 74-year-old
right there.
Now look at this.
Gene Lasker. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna cap every one of them.
I don't know I wish that's why people should carry guns.
That's right. Why you should carry guns.
If you live in a state where you can carry.
If you live, period.
Well, Gene, there's some areas in this country, unfortunately, that don't recognize the Second Amendment, and there's places like Chicago and Philly,
but the bad guy's got a gun.
I know.
So might as well have one too.
I know. I would rather be arrested for having a gun and staying alive.
That's right.
Than be dead and not having a gun.
I'd rather be, booked by 12 or
I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's my living.
So, and they're continuing to screw with this guy.
Yeah.
And they're throwing
that little basket at him.
Oh man. I mean, can you imagine? This could be my mom. Well, I'll just tell you this right now. If this was Janie Cakes, I'd be rounding up Gene Lasker.
That's right.
I'd be rounding up Richard Fabrizi.
And I just want you people to know.
I'd be rounding.
A few innocent people are going to get taken with them because you know what? If I can't find the guy that did it, I'm going to get someone who looks like you.
Oh no, I'm going to find your family.
Period.
I'll do it to your mom. Hello, go ahead.
Hey, Bubba, it's Dan from New York.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, just to change the subject, I was flipping through the TV last night, FS1. They had the Eldora $100,000 shootout.
Yeah.
Carl Larson won it.
Yeah, it was
that
from
live
the back.
or was that recently?
Yeah, it's the Eldora track, owned by Tony Stewart, and one of the most iconic dirt track in the world. Has their biggest sprint car race of the year is called the King's Royal, and it's going on now. And by the way, my son and his fiance Ace are up there watching. Oh. And it's the King's Royal, and I think Larson started from the rear.
Yeah,
and won it last night in the '57 car.
Driving hard, boy.
That was live. That was live.
Real good slide jobs.
Okay. The guy that came in second was he sponsored by Tony Stewart? And
you talking about Rico Abreu?
I think so.
Yeah, he drives for him.
Person?
Drives. Yeah, he's a small. Yeah, he's a small person, and they configure the pedals and everything. He's one of the best. He's probably
one of the best drivers ever.
The top. The top
3.
David Gravel, Rico Abreu, and Kyle Larson. Are the top 3 sprint car drivers in the world right now.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good race.
All right, buddy, and kudos to my buddy Rob Plattfoot and his lovely wife, Janet, who Rob Plattfoot is the number 2 guy at Eldora, but he's in charge of track prep, and he's in charge of everything.
Great track.
Remember Gene Levi Jones? He's the general manager of Eldora. Did you know that? Yeah. Tony hired him about 3 or 4 years ago and said, come run Eldora. So he's the general manager of Eldora, and Rob Plattfoot is second in charge and does all the track prep, and nobody can, and the art of prepping a dirt track is like, you have to be as talented as Picasso.
In the beginning of the race, the bottom was fast, and everybody was on the bottom, and a couple of passes in the middle, but no one was getting on the top. And then toward the end,
and they built a cushion.
Here comes Larson
on the cushion.
On the cushion.
Yep. That's what Rob does. His the way he wants
it
to
was
track.
0-0. If he'd have made one mistake, he'd have died.
Well, yeah, it gets to where their tail tanks are
against the fence.
Yep. And it is sketch.
Sketch.
Can you you come in 2 inches too deep into 1 or 3,
Start
and
praying.
you're going to be flipping.
You're going to see God.
Hello, you're on the air. Last call. Then I'm way behind.
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing this morning?
Good.
Good. So going back to that story, you talked about the lady on the beach. I hate to be devil's advocate because I personally do what you want to do. I don't care. But at the same time, if I'm at the beach with my family and my daughters see a man doing that, I would probably have some issues.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, sir, I mean, absolutely. And we're probably being somewhat hypocritical by saying we wouldn't have as much of a problem with a woman than we would a man. But, I mean, I absolutely agree with you. But I also think that, in my opinion, sir, and I could be wrong, but when a man masturbates, it's an external thing, meaning like, it's not somewhat hidden, whereas just the genitalia, whereas a man's genitalia expands and obviously becomes an external thing, whereas a woman remains internal, and you could see where you could undercover, in an undercover type way, as a woman masturbate.
But she told on herself she wasn't undercover.
Less conspicuously than a guy.
Her butt was in the water. She was pumping the air.
But you're right, sir. I mean, if it was a guy, roles reversed and it's a guy, and I absolutely want the book thrown at that guy. Absolutely.
I'm gonna tackle him.
But at the same time, like,
mash him.
And it's so sad because it is a double standard. I'm aware that it's a double standard, but if she's doing that, hey, have at it. A gentleman, another guy doing it, it's a bigger problem.
Yeah, and the police officer could have used discretion and said, "Listen, ma'am, pack your stuff up, get the hell out of here.
Yep.
This is your warning. Don't let me come back. Please do not come back here and do this type of behavior again. Consider this a warning. There is no footage of it." And well, like Gene said, her number one issue is that she admitted it. She should have just said,
right.
And unless the Karens and the moms and the dads that saw this actually videotaped it, there would have just been a he said deal. So
yeah, and if I were in that police officer's shoes, I wouldn't have arrested. I would have just ended up walking them off the beach and then being like, "All right. Hey, go." Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it looked like an uptight bitch.
It was an uptight cop, and it was just. But you're right, sir.
Yeah.
There is very much a society double standard. Whereas if it was a guy, we'd be down there trying to whip his ass, doing that in front of our kids.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And that was just one of the things I heard about it, and I was like, you know what? I just want to throw that piece out there because I know nobody really talked about it. So just wanted to give another talking point.
Great little nugget, man. I appreciate you, bud. Thank you.
We never got into why Gene Lasker is banned from Walmart.
Is he banned from Walmart?
Yeah, he's banned from Walmart because I think someone sniffed his wife and he did something.
No,
we heard about it on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm banned from Publix too.
Hold on, you're banned from Publix and Walmart?
I still go there, but I put my hair in my hat, keep my head down.
Can we get into that?
I don't care.
I mean, like,
the guy was a weirdo.
Your voice of reason has spoken. The Love Sponge. More Bubba the Love Sponge after this.
He's an idiot, man. He's following her around and stuff, too.
Listen, that's where he harasses John Cena. Thank you, HS Bubba fan.
Where them thumbs? Where them coins? It's Friday. An old blind spot experience. I seen earlier where you wrote down, did I get arrested and need a lawyer because I'm selling a lot of stuff? No, I just got a lot of stuff, man. I don't need everything, and a lot of my stuff I invest in to sell to make money. I don't have as much money into the stuff I sell. I make a profit. That's why I got stuff.
I'm a flipper. I'm a dirty flipper.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just, only got so many bays, and then when the car's fixed up all the way, gets the paint job, that's got to sit inside. So, it's either sit inside or sell it. So, I'm selling a few things so I can get me some room. I don't, I got plenty of toys. I just ain't got no place to put them. And now that me and Coben are doing our, working on coops together, I want to buy some more of them.
What do you want to buy next?
Whatever I can get a good deal on. Whatever coupe I can get a good deal on. But I want to end up with a 32 with like what like Bubba's dad, with a stock motor with the stock flathead, but with the aftermarket ones, and then the badass blower, the old man blower that you put on with the 3 single carburetors, 3 deuces. From the olden days. I'd like to have an olden car, all metal, and a real one at the end. Than the make-believe ones that I got now, I got one real one, though. Now I got that sedan DeVille, the sedan delivery.
Which sedan DeVille?
Sedan delivery.
They're pretty rare.
There's only like 400 left.
Right, they're rare.
There was 2016 of them made. It's got a wood roof.
Well.
Yeah, because back in the day, in the war days, they didn't have enough metal to put the roofs in, so they put wood there. But they make an aftermarket metal roof for it, and we're putting that on it. And then I'm chopping it. I'm not going to chop the whole top. I'm just going to chop half the top and angle it down. I like that look.
Interesting. How a Ross do you think of real man? Why even do a Ross? What's up, Small Town Bourbon? Big Man 028, 88 months. Sand Hill, 37 months. Fish 26, 50 months. Berto Perez, 87 months. Let's see. What do we have? 761, 762. Another 200.
So we're going to do Gene's story, and then go into words.
Okay.
And then preview the Trump thing coming up next. Then we'll do that. Then we got two deputies that got shot in Hillsborough County last night. And then we'll do is Gene smarter than a third grader?
Perfect.
But this next one's going to be quick. The Lasker story is going to be a quick one, right? Maybe 10 minutes.
I'm over in Vegas 70 months.
Semi-Auto Glass is a family-owned business ran by the brothers Michael and Travis Hatscombe with over 40 years of combined family experience in the auto glass industry. They bring a wealth of knowledge to every job, whether it's semis, whether it's heavy equipment, or whether it's your fleet. Semi-Auto Glass meets all of your auto and truck glass needs. Windshield, back glass, door glass, and automatic window repair. So easy to get a hold of. 813-245-1936 or semiautoglass.com.
Welcome back.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Listener supported on Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Quickly, we're going to tell Jeans he's officially trespass banned from Publix and Walmart.
Well, the cop didn't really do it. It's just a security guard.
It's just a Walmart
Probably
security.
best that you not come back here.
Some guy was sniffing on my old lady. I'll get into that here momentarily. And then we're going to do the CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS supposedly refusing to air Donald Trump's 9 p.m. White House address. From what we can gather, CBS may have in the 11th hour dropped that ruling, if you will. I do have that.
It looks like CBS played a little bit of it and then cut it off short.
Right, got that. And then we got, I think, 2 Hillsborough County sheriffs in Ruskin, which is in our backyard here. 2 deputies shot, and they were looking for a bad guy, and the bad guy had a gun and shot.
That guy got 2 of them?
Yeah, and one of which I think they're both going to be okay. I think they're both going to be okay as far as.
All right.
But I think I think they're at Tampa General right now, in hospital and like in critical care or stable care, and one of which got shot in the neck.
And he got shot in the neck, got out, and then. I think he's the one that took out the guy.
What a stud.
Yeah.
Well, the guy got took out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
it's on body cam, too. Which somehow they've already released that.
Yeah, we got it. We'll play that here momentarily.
Like Brady Judd him.
So, Gene, let's get into why you are officially trespassed at the local Walmart.
Well, I don't, me and Sarah separate when we get there because I want to mess around and she don't want to hang out with me. So messing around mean I got a bicycle and I'm gonna buy it for one of the neighbor's kids down the road who's poor, and he ain't got no bicycle to ride around with the other kids. So I thought maybe I just snatch me up $100 bicycle and drop it off to the kid and help him out. And so I start riding it.
So hold on. So your neighbors down the road, because there is kind of before you get to your affluent area,
we got a trailer park.
There's about a half mile away from before you get to your place.
All good people in there,
and
but
before
they're poor.
Before you get to the $4 million lake homes, Gene's in between a trailer park and that. And so Gene, you've seen some kids that don't. It's summertime and they don't have bikes.
This one little kid, he's always running with the pack of guys. Everybody got a bicycle, and you always see him just running. And I asked him, I said, you a runner? Are you trying to work out to be a runner for the rest of your life? And no, I just don't got a bicycle because my dad, he don't make enough money for me to have a bicycle yet, but someday he will, he said. I just felt bad for that, I did the same thing when I was a kid, but I would go to the garbage hole.
Well, you would have stole the
Salvation of the where they put all the trash, and I would make me a bicycle out of trash. And he don't have the capability.
You don't have the skill set that Gene Lasker.
Right, probably
mechanically.
So, I'm riding.
Talking to the microphone like you're supposed to. You got.
I am riding.
Rummy, has he not been off mic?
Have I been off mic?
Yes.
Yeah, he popped off a little bit.
Off a little bit.
Get it? Come on now.
Do we need better mics?
No, you need consistency is what you need.
I got to turn my head to get the consistency, and then you tell me I'm not looking in the camera.
Don't worry about it. Just
Am I good now?
Give me mic consistency.
Okay. Am I good now?
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, I'm on the bicycle riding around, and Sarah, she kind of ignoring me.
All right. So you go to the bike section rather than just be the average consumer and take the bike and roll
I'm rolling it around like the average consumer, and then I get tired of walking, so I'm going to ride it a little bit, and of course.
So you're riding a bike through Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And as I ride,
hold on. You're riding a child's bike through Walmart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I fit right on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I ride. I'm looking for Sarah, and I find her in the produce. And poor Sarah, I don't know what she was getting, avocados or something, and kind of like the whole pile was like rolling down a little bit, and she's like hugging it, trying to keep everything from hitting the ground because she picked the wrong one or something. And this dude is right behind her, like staring at her, like got his head back down, looking at her butt, which I don't blame him. But then he walks up close to her and he starts smelling her. And you're
a little bit of ways, and you see this.
Yeah, so I'm going to ride the bicycle right into him, but by the time I get riding up in there, he moves, so I don't got a shot at him. So I turn around.
So you're going to run the bike into him. Be like,
whoops, sorry.
Kind of like when you poured a 64-ounce Thirst Buster on MJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Poor guy. So
it's a story in itself.
So then that dude walks
Let me
around the
remind me to
counter.
tell you that story.
Okay.
He walks around the counter, and she gets what she's got, and she's rolling around, and we'll get towards the meat aisle, and there he is again. And he's right up next to her, and she turns and she jumps. I see her get a little bit nervous, and he starts talking to her, telling her how beautiful she is and what he could do for her and this and that. So she's backing up, and I can see her looking around for me, but at the angle I was, she didn't see me. So now I'm on the hunt for this dude. I'm just going to watch him and watch what he does. And she gets away from him, and I start riding behind the bicycle, and she's kind of like giving me a thumb, hey, pointing at the other, hey, watch out. So I see him. And he stops and he turns and he looks at her and says, come here, with his finger, come here, little girl, come here. Doing that. I just rode right into him with the bicycle. Boom, whoops.
Does he fall over?
Well, no, he got stuck his balls was on top of the fender on the front tire. I got underneath them and I hiked him up.
Oh, my God.
So he hikes up on his tiptoes so it don't get his nads, and he's stuck on the handlebars. And so I just get off and leave the bike right there with him. I said, hey, there, you might need that.
Now, do you tell the guy that's my wife and you're a pervert?
No, I walk over to see if she's all right, and he takes the bike and starts walking real quick like he's going to steal my bike. Well, I ain't even bought it yet. Right. I just go get another one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he takes off. I don't see him. And my wife goes, what did you do that for? I said, what was he doing to you? What? He was trying to touch me, and he was telling me, come here, little girl, come here, little girl. And I go, really? Like she was a little girl, but she's a grown woman. And so I get over there, I snatch me another bike, and we run up there. And when I'm paying, I look over.
So you're at checkout.
We're at checkout. And about 4 aisles over, she goes, there he is. And I look over. Hey, pedophile, what are you doing over there, man? Hey, everybody in the store, you see Johnny Pedophile right there? Yeah. You read up on him. Go on the internet. His name's Johnny Ped. Look him up. Watch your kids there, folks. Move your kids over. And I'm hollering
You
it
start
out.
calling this guy out at
I'll
checkout.
call him out, really out.
After dropping him with your child's bike.
He hollers out, I ain't no pedophile. Yeah, you are, or you wouldn't be saying that. Look at yourself. And the little old lady.
Gene Lasker's getting in an argument with a grown man that sniffed his wife, that got his balls hung up on a child's bike at checkout, and he's in a
4 hours over, man. We were yelling.
And he's in a you're a pedophile argument with this guy. This guy's defending himself, saying I ain't a pedophile. And Gene says, well, yeah, you are, because you wouldn't say you weren't. When Gene Lasker type mentality.
So the security guard taps me on the back. I said, the first thing out of my mouth is, what? You with him? You sticking up for him? You all kiss or what? And then, of course, man, you need to calm down. You need to get out of my store. Your store? Well, your name's jacked up Walmart? I don't know. I mean, well, come on. And then that guy throws the stuff down, goes, I can't believe this, and threw his stuff down and ran out of the store, didn't pay for it.
What, the pedophile?
Yeah, pedophile.
And so needless to say, Walmart trespassed you.
Yeah, they got mad at me.
For causing a scene.
Which was fine, because I just went down the road and bought another bike somewhere else. They lost out on the bike sale. I don't get it, man, because people are weirdos.
There's weirdos. Here's the moral of the story. You might want to start sticking with your wife and not letting her...
I stick with her constantly, but, it's like we go to Publix, and I get a basket, and she gets a basket. So... we're both together, and she rolls up to the meat department there where they're slicing off the bologna for us, and she says, take a half pound of that, half pound of that. Well, she don't think nothing about it, but she's bending over like at a complete 90 degree. You know what I'm saying? Looking down at the bottom shelf of the boar's head. And she's picking out the ham. I want that, I want this, I want that. And the dude's right behind her looking down at her butt, and I get it. But then he turns the basket and he kind of like walks backwards, puts his right hand down, hanging down, pulls the basket with his left hand and bumps into her so his hand touches her butt.
Oh, so this is another incident that happened at Publix.
And then
so what happened there?
So then I said, oh, man, I have to get this guy. So I followed him with my cart, and we go from the boar's head over to the produce, and he cuts through there. Now we hit the dairy aisle, the back wall.
Yeah.
And so he pulls up next to a little old lady and starts touching her and rubbing her and patting her. So I'm thinking that's his mom or his grandma or something, So I pull up there to embarrass him in front of her, and I say, oh, beautiful grandma, is that your son? and I don't know him.
Oh, so he's all over her, and
he's
they're
all
not
over
related.
him. And so I'm grabbing a gallon of milk, and I look over at him. I go, man, is there something wrong with you? And he goes, probably. And so I take the cap off the milk and squish it real hard. Gallon of milk.
And cover the guy with milk.
You're right in the face. Boom, douchey.
Gene, you know that you know that one of these times they're going to call the cops and you're going to get a battery charge. You know that.
Okay, I'll fight it.
I got cash in the safe for bond.
That's right.
She knows it.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
We rudely interrupt the rhetoric to let you know the following.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Situation, leaving, making sure that was going to happen. I told Sarah, you just walk right behind me. If he's going to kill anybody, it'd be me, not you. But to watch it, man, I watched it. I watched this dude do what he did just to get a little feel.
Look at Lummy's hair, how beautiful it is. Lummy's got beautiful hair.
Thank you, Bubba. It's nice. Dave the Slave.
10,000 for hair, man. 10 grand. Well, I guess that's just as good as 75,000 for teeth.
Gene, did you see there's a surveillance camera?
What are they doing?
Right here. Gary said he found the surveillance.
They found it?
They were actually.
Who found it from who? Why do I not have any volume out of this?
Let me tell you something. I do it all the time. Get on their bicycles until they get towed out. They don't throw you out. They just stop you from doing it. I said, listen, I got to test the product. You got to make sure it runs good because I didn't put this together.
That's right.
And if I get home and then it doesn't pedal, I'm gonna look like an idiot. So that's why I'm doing it. Okay, sir. Well, we get it, but you can't really do it in the store, you know.
The world's most famous sore loser will deliver a primetime presidential sour grapes address.
The president is free to say whatever the president wants to say. There's a lot of speculation that he's going to take it back to 2020.
The dude leaned over, smelling her.
He was always looking forward instead of in the rear view mirror.
Like this close.
And frankly misreporting about
What
what
the
president will say. I think the American people
That's Walmart for you.
That's a weirdo.
Yep.
I mean, he's done some stupid stuff.
The president says
That ain't the worst thing he's done.
No, that's by far.
2020 election. He says in this.
And he followed her. You know, next thing you know, there he was again, and there he was again. And then when he was doing this little, come here, little girl.
We're at 8:10. All right, let's get in there 200. Let's get it for Gene. Thumbs up.
That's right. I need some thummies. Not gummies, but thummies. Cooper lives. Lummy tried to smell me.
Cooper trying to smell me.
Cooper lives.
Yeah, Cooper.
In a rare move, NBC and ABC fake news have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what it was about. In a rare move, NBC.
Uh-oh, I messed it up.
What happened? Did you close out your windows?
We're going to be watching and listening to what he says tonight, and we will bring you any breaking news ASAP. But we
I'm
are
trying to
not
get the
going
left
take
screen
president's
back on,
speech live.
but
That's because of this president's history. We're going to be watching.
I don't know what I did. I hit too many X's.
Yeah, you did. You X'd them all out.
Stupid.
You went to a total chat
Total clean
blackout.
out. No Chattamongos for me today.
There you go.
All right. Grumpy old man, so you sleep on the bed and test you. How do you not test it like that? I did that one time at the mall, at the sleep center at the mall, and I fell asleep on it. And I don't know if I was really, really deep sleep or anything, but they woke me up, told me I had to leave. You can't leave.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Listener supported on Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App for all people.
Friday, July 17th, 2026. Me, Lummy, Lasker, Macho Man, the Gary Cantrell. Is Gary's wife okay, Lummy? I know that she's been going through various tests and treatment within the hospital and everything. I don't want to necessarily get into what her particular condition is, but is she going to be okay?
Yeah, it looks like they're finally they're figuring it out.
Good. Gary, if you need anything, man, always reach out. I know that I probably don't communicate with you as much as I should. I go through Lummy, proper protocol, and Lummy delivers the stuff I want done. But let me please know how much I appreciate Gary, and I know how much he's working and how hard he is, and especially with the podcast and all that kind of deal. And tell Gary not to stress out, please. If you do you know,
I will try.
I know he's got a lot on his plate.
Yes.
So there's a part of me that says, listen, you're not obligated by the FCC rules. Now, all media, all legacy terrestrial-based media and cable is regulated by the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. And there's all types of rules from the EAS, the Emergency Broadcast System. Once a month you have to test your emergency broadcast system. It has to be a different day part each month. You just can't do it at 3 o'clock in the morning. You got to do it like at noon. Like in January, you do it noon, and like in Macho Man, it's my understanding, and I know that you probably am as big of an expert with regards to federal regulation of terrestrial radio as I am, if not more so. But it's my understanding that part of the emergency broadcast system is you cannot bury it in the overnight. You have to eventually play it. You have to scatter it out so that it eventually runs in every hour. After I don't know how many years it would take to run in every hour. Like you want to run it at noon. But am I correct on that?
They updated it so you can do the weekly test overnight, but the monthly test they do once a month is during the daytime.
Right. So, but you have to do it.
And absolutely.
Right. I mean,
they fine you if you and there's a lot of stations that their box malfunctions or they doesn't deliver the message and they get fined like $25,000.
Yeah, a lot. Like so. There's a lot of rules and stuff within the FCC within terrestrial radio to legacy and terrestrial television, cable television, but I don't know that there's a rule that outside of testing your emergency broadcast system. Now you also have to. I don't know if TV has to, but I know radio has to have a certain amount of public service. And they usually do that on Saturday or Sunday mornings about 6 in the morning, from 6 till 8. They'll have some type of, they'll to a charity. They'll give a show, a 2-hour block of programming for underprivileged children or homelessness or something like that. And that's part of your public file within your FCC docket. So as you are going up for a license renewal on your television or radio station, you have to show that you've offered X amount of hours on per week to public service. You have to keep an EOE file. Anytime there's a job opening, you have to post it, and you have to, at this point, this isn't DEI, this is before DEI, but you have to have interviewed a certain amount of minorities, a certain amount of women. Like, it's very much a stringent, and there's very much a lot of rules that a lot of people just don't know about, what your local television and radio stations have to, the hoops they have to jump through federally as they're governed by the FCC. But I don't think, I could be wrong, and Macho, you're going to have to help me. I don't think the FCC can step in and make you cover any event, including but not limited to when the president has a speech.
No, he requests airtime, and they usually give it because he's the president, but it's
Right.
up to them.
This might be the first time, which just really is disturbing, to show how much hate there really is for our president.
Maybe they don't hate him. Maybe they're just tired of him baloneying us.
Well, that's hate.
Well, I don't hate the guy, but I'm sick and tired of him lying to me.
So this is unprecedented. This has never happened, at least not that I can remember. And like Macho said, when the president has a speech that he'd like to address the American people, he schedules the speech. He lets all news organizations, NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, CNN, C-SPAN, MSNBC, everybody. Everybody is welcome and encouraged to cover the presidential speech. Now, whether it's Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, George Bush, Donald Trump, Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, like, it's unprecedented that all the networks don't cover it. Like, up until this president, you would turn on every network when Biden or even Trump, first term, 45, and before him, Barack Obama, and before him, George Bush, and before him, Bill Clinton, and before him, Ronnie Reagan, and before him, Jimmy Carter, and before him, Gerald Ford, and before him, Richard Nixon, before him, Lyndon Johnson, and before him, John F. Kennedy. But when they have a speech or the State of the Union or whatever, all networks care. You couldn't even find a channel. If you didn't want to watch Bill Clinton, you couldn't escape it unless you had cable and you're like on Comedy Central or something like that. But if you just had the, back in the day, the rabbit ears, because that's what we had back in the day, every network covered it. There was no questions asked. And up until last night, which might be a monumental red letter day in television broadcast history, but for the first time, more networks said no than said yes. Now, up until last night, everybody covered everything from every president. And CNN, ABC, and NBC all refused to play last night's presidential message, and I guess CBS was a last-minute decision, and right at the last minute they decided to play it. Now, here's a couple of different news sources telling you before the speech that they're not covering it.
We're going to be watching and listening to what he says tonight, and we will bring you any breaking news ASAP. But we are not going to take the president's speech live. That's because of this president's history of misleading and, in some cases, false statements on the subject of elections and election integrity. Also because the White House earlier today said he'll be showing newly declassified documents, and we want to make sure we have time to review them, to contextualize whatever he says or shows before airing it.
So now,
damn,
I probably have a different opinion than most people would think I would have, and that is big deal. Like, it's their right, it's their television station. They control programming. The federal government has regulations set in place with license renewal and your EOE file and your public file and your EOE and hiring practices and your emergency broadcast system. So, as long as you abide by those rules, you don't have to cover the president. Now, it's always been just assumed that you cover the president when he speaks. But maybe it's a new time and era. And it also shows, I think, everybody's kind of tired of this dude. And yes, is it disrespectful? Yeah. I can see where people could see that. I can see where people have that opinion.
Couldn't you see where kind of what they said there shows like maybe they're trying to censor him too?
Well, here's the thing.
Put their spin on it?
Yes, but also they may feel that this guy is so polarizing that they're actually going to lose viewers by airing this. And the people that really want to see it, there's plenty of places to find it. Fox, CBS, there's plenty of places to find it if you want it. But we're not going to, before last night, it was shoved down your throat. And regardless if you wanted to see Obama or not, you were going to get him. And so every network covered it and you could find it everywhere. Well, last night, you could find it if you wanted it. You just got to go to Fox. But the other places might have figured, hey, listen, this guy's got such a low approval rating and he's so polarizing. And even Gene, who is MAGA, is like, we're tired of his baloney. Maybe NBC and ABC and CNN, the major players that didn't cover it, maybe they're like, listen, it's probably not going to be a big ratings boost for us. Those that want to see it will find it, and we're gonna just consume. We're gonna do normal programming.
Not only that, they're going to lose revenue because the commercial breaks will be missed.
Right, you're right. So Macho's right. Every 12 to 13 to 14 minutes in television, they're doing a 2 or 3 minute commercial break during regular programming. But this is long form that I think went 40 minutes, an hour. I don't know how.
It was like 25, 30 minutes.
So yeah, I mean, Machos, you're missing 2 commercial breaks at that time. You may not, if you look at it as a business standpoint, and you take your political affiliation and you take your MAGA knee pads off, and again, I'm going to catch a lot of crap for this, but if you look at it just as a business, and you're ABC or you're NBC, first of all, Trump has absolutely killed both of your networks. Don't forget, NBC's the home of The View, so we know how they skew. ABC, NBC, Kimmel is on one of the, I think,
he's on ABC.
ABC.
And I think the View's on ABC too.
Yeah, so you've already drawn a distinctive line in the sand through other programming that you hate this guy. So, like...
And to show it, so it looks like I'm finding here that it looks like one time in 2014... they didn't air a Barack Obama speech.
Yeah, and nobody made a big deal about that. So they've set precedent before where a particular network didn't air a Democratic president's speech. Well, this is a Republican president, and several networks chose not to. And I don't have a problem with it. Now, it might actually show that if you just put business into it, meaning we're going to lose 2 stop sets, and the people that like this guy will be able to find him on a different network, and our network, if you got The View and Jimmy Kimmel, you pretty much are not pro-Trump, and your audience probably is not pro this guy. So your audience is going to be turned off by it. They're going to turn away and go find something else. And so I get it, but everybody's nose is out of joint and everybody's feelings are hurt, but I get it. I understand why some networks wouldn't cover this guy, and there is no legal precedent or any rule that's governed by the FCC that mandates that you have to cover the president in one of his speeches. Now, if we're getting attacked and it's a declaration of war or something like that, I understand everybody wants to cover that. But this was a very polarizing issue. And there's some networks that don't probably necessarily politically align with what Trump's message was going to be. And so they're like, if you want to listen to that, go find it on another network. We're going to have political pundits and talking heads that break down what he says in our news segment. Other than that, we're going to keep local programming. I get it. And I don't necessarily disagree with it as a business decision. Here's Trump on what he thought about it.
In a rare move.
And you know what? He should have just not said nothing about it. Right?
Just kind of just did a speech.
Did a speech and said, and you know what? Actually reverse engineered it and actually said, I just want to let you know, and in closing tonight, we've talked about some great things. And I just would, instead of being, I'm entitled and I'm a bully, he should have baby-faced on it and said, I just want to let you know, for the networks that did cover this, I'm appreciative for giving me this platform to speak to the American people. And American people, please know that, and he knows who, Fox and CBS and whoever covered them. Remember that when you're perusing around your dial, remember about the people that had my back and gave me a platform to inform my the people of the United States of America. Instead of, you should compliment those that carried you instead of accentuating those that didn't. Right?
Yeah. That
would have been a far, I think, classier move. But this guy is a narcissistic bully, which I like most of the time. He would really catch my favor if he would just absolutely make this the weekend of bombing, and we take out all of like by Tuesday of next week. The next speech is, I just want to let you know that Iran has nothing left. They can try to fight back, but they got 5 John boats with Mercury 250s on the back. That's all they got. We're officially we've taken over the Strait of Hormuz, and we've taken over their oil. We own all of their oil. We're going to sell it off cheap. Gas will be $2.50 in a month. No, oil futures are creeping back up. $80, $81 right now as we speak. Let's not forget that it was 65. 2 weeks ago, oil was $65. It's $80 right now.
And he said it was going down instantly. He was going to make sure he took care of that with the gas companies.
Meanwhile,
didn't happen.
Meanwhile, it's $15 more a barrel today than it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
In a rare move, NBC and ABC Fake News have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what it was about because of the fact that they don't like the topic, because they know how corrupt our system is, and they don't want to reveal it.
Here's the thing. My question. Maybe Lummy can help me. He just was over there sucking the Chinese guy, the Chinese president's D. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But this whole speech last night was how China infiltrated our election system in 2020 and corrupted the results, and the bad guy in the woodpile was China. China is the one that disrupted our 2020 election, right?
Yes.
This was all about China being dicks. Well, was the guy that's the president now the president then?
President D, yes.
Yeah. Well, you over there sucking his D last, 2 weeks.
Yeah, why didn't you smack him upside his head?
Why didn't you say, hey, listen, President,
4 years, bro.
We're talking about the Iranian situation, but what's up with how bad you screwed my elections up in 2020 , buddy? What do you think about that?
I don't think he knew it though at that point.
Well,
then of course he knew it at that point.
Then fly your ass back over there and say, listen, bud.
You just learned about this yesterday.
They and others in the media are part of a plot. They want to continue this fraud for whatever reason. They want to keep it going. They want to protect the radical left. They can't have a great country, and that's true. You can't have a great country without free and fair elections. Fraud like this should mean a revocation of their licenses.
No. You got to stop the weaponization of the FCC, thinking that you can just pluck broadcasters' licenses out from under them because they don't align with you politically. That absolutely fundamentally goes against every fiber of the First Amendment. You cannot weaponize the FCC because you don't agree with the network's position on how you're handling the presidency. You just can't, Donald. You just can't. Why can't somebody talk some sense? This makes you look stupid. You cannot revoke licenses based on anything other than obscenity anything other than not fulfilling their public service.
They did you.
Oh, no. They fired me in lieu of losing their license.
Their licenses. They use our public multi-billion-dollar in value airways for absolutely no money.
They purchased those airwaves. They bought those airwaves originally, however many years ago, when that bandwidth became available. CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, they bought that bandwidth. Now they have, and they don't own it necessarily outright, but they license it through the government. And I think the renewal process is like every 7 years.
Is bandwidth made?
They have auctions for new licenses. So for telecom companies and all that, they have to participate in the auction, and the government makes a fortune off those licenses.
Right. So like if a cell phone company or whatever wants to want a different frequency or anything, a two-way radio company or something like that, they have to go in and auction off these frequencies. You just cannot. It's
Are frequencies made by man, or are they just out there?
It's just a license to use the channel.
Yeah, it's
channel.
Yeah, it's a light. It is made by man, but it's
the transmitter. Yes.
Yeah, it's geographically in the United States, and so it's governed by the federal. The air is governed by the government
for absolutely no money. They pay nothing.
Nothing.
All we want is honesty in our elections and honesty in reporting.
Yeah, and guess what? We choose not to cover this. It doesn't mean you have to pull. I mean, I've never heard of a president that can just pull a station's license because they don't politically align with his views or they're not covering him the way he thinks he needs to be covered. This is absolutely what's wrong with this guy.
But he's saying that they lied to us.
Well, what's a lie? Because
pretty much what every government official says.
Well, yeah. I mean, we lie a lot. Does that mean we're going to get thrown off the air?
Yeah, close.
No. I got two parts of his speech to break down. The two big portions of where China interfered with our election, which I feel is important and I feel needs to be taken care of. But within that message, those stations that didn't decide to air this, you can't do anything to them, bud. Stop trying to act like you are a king, because you are. This is like not a good look for you.
And in their defense, they're going to make a news package out of it, and they'll have it in their report. They'll run the story.
What does that mean?
That means they're going to make the fact that he mentioned them on, while he was during his speech that's supposed to be about election fraud, he mentions their network and the threatening to pull their license. That in itself is good. I think that's what you're saying, Macho. That in itself is going to be a news story.
Yeah, he just gave me ammunition.
For them to be martyrs and victims. And it's just going to continue to polarize us Americans. And you wonder why people Trump, I like you. I voted for you. But there comes a point where you've got to stop, bro. You got to stop. Because you don't get your way, you throw a fit and threaten to take people's FCC broadcast license away from them, the license they've held for 50 or 60 or 70 years.
Right, just do what you do and quit worrying about what they say you're doing.
Exactly.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
When he doesn't get his way, he flips out, and then he uses all means to make that person have to pay. And so he can, because he controls the FCC, he now is going to use that to weaponize and fuck with people that don't.
Other adversary of ours who's anywhere near as good as the Russians is China. So why should Russia have all the fun? And since Russia is clearly backing Republicans, why don't we ask China to back us? I hereby tonight ask China. That's right. And not only that, China, if you're listening,
we're going to get up to 4 inches of rain
why
this
don't
weekend.
you get...
What's that?
We're going to get up to 4 inches of rain this weekend.
Thanks for the good news, Mach.
Trump's tax returns. I'm sure our media would...
See, the problem is as much believes every meteorologist.
He believes them.
Meteorologist yesterday said that it wasn't going to rain. It was supposed to rain at like 12, and then it wasn't going to rain.
It rained like a month.
No shit, that's what I'm saying. There's like a 20% chance.
It's 70% on Saturday, and I'm just now going to get my motor today, and then want to thrash all night, and tomorrow getting ready for a race. That's not going to happen.
That means that.
That's why I'm tired of the damn pavement, man. It's just the guy only races once a month, and
Showtime or whatever.
yeah, it's getting old. Not I got all kinds of money and tires sitting there, and I'd rather work on hot rods.
How about it? Did you have anybody looking at your cars yet?
Yeah, one lady right from New York wants to buy it, and she gonna when she sees it as a roller, she gonna make a decision. She says.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Did Bobby change his number?
I don't think so, but he's having a problem with his phone, though. I know that. Because he couldn't use his phone for a day or two there.
All right, so his phone number, I'm not going to mention it, but is it the 481 number?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell him that.
No, he's got a 352 number.
Yeah, but it's 481.
What does that mean?
Jesus Christ, you're so fucking stupid. The second part of his number, 352, and then it's 481.
No, 849.
Oh, hold on. And I got a different number.
You got his hose number.
You gotta send Bo his number.
So what did you put a diaphragm in that and fixed it? No.
Found out what it was.
Oh, what was it?
Remember the hose?
That was crossed?
No, what the fuck's it called? Can't think. Pulling the liquid out.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Somehow there was
trash in it.
Is your home, office, or construction site in need of some serious cleaning? Call Spot Clean, Tampa Bay's trusted family-owned and operated cleaning service. From deep cleaning and move-out, move-in services to post-construction cleanup, our team delivers the spotless results you deserve. We're open 7 days a week and offer free contactless quotes. Don't spend your time cleaning. Spend your time enjoying a cleaner space. More information, go to spotcleaningservice.com. Use promo code BubbaArmy15 for 15% off. Call Spot Clean today and let Rose, Jeff, Mary, and the entire entire spot clean team handle your dirty work.
Too loud to ignore, too real to fake. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Here's a couple of pieces of our audio. These are basically the two high spots from Trump's speech last night. He's now threatening to pull the licenses of all networks that didn't cover his. Look at me.
He can't do that.
Well, you're right. He will get absolutely his ass handed to him by the Supreme Court, which, by the way, is a 6-3 Republican majority. And I think you, as being the largest MAGA of all, he has gotten his ass kicked several times since his presidency when he comes up with, really narcissistic rules, and he's gotten his ass kicked by the Republican-leaning Scottish more than once.
Yes.
In the last, they're like, come on, stop.
Derek Martin, 25. Yeah, they at least understand, though they know the law, so they try to follow the law.
Right.
Donald Trump.
So go ahead, Trump, and try to take ABC and NBC and CNN's broadcast license away from them and the only thing they've done wrong is that they have programming that you don't agree with, Jimmy Kimmel and The View, which, by the way, I hate both.
Jimmy Kimmel and The View.
But I hate both. But I'm also a broadcaster for 40 years, and I say things that people don't like.
Every day.
And if I had, and the one time that I overstepped, this really hits home because unlike a lot of the people that produce content, Joe Rogan, just all the people that create content, none of them have been employed by a company that the FCC came in and said, fire him or lose your license. And I and Howard Stern are the only two people that can say that. When we got, because of Janet Jackson Nipplegate, and our two shows were targeted as being the most obscene and indecent shows in all of the United States of America. The FCC told CBS and Clear Channel at the time, get rid of Stern and get rid of Bubba or lose your license. And CBS fought them, and Clear Channel laid down and fired me and Howard in lieu of not losing their broadcast license. So I genuinely have, me and Howard and I are the only two people that have ever been the subject of an ultimatum where a company could potentially lose their broadcast license had they not fired us. Now, we got fired not because the president of the United States disagreed with where we aligned politically. Howard and I got fired because we were naughty, nasty, dirty. We were too dirty. The things we were broadcasting were considered obscene according to the community standards within the FCC. That's a legitimate reason to fire a talent and hold the station's licenses over their head. That's an actual FCC violation. The FCC and the federal government worked within their purview. There's nowhere in the FCC guidelines, terrestrial radio, legacy TV, cable TV, that says you have to have programming that the President of the United States approves of, likes, and anytime he gives a speech, you got to cover it. There's nowhere in the FCC rule book, however large it may or may not be, that states that rule. And so they are not breaking a rule when they don't host your little popsicle stand of an interview.
Popsicle stand.
They've done nothing wrong. But what do you do? You come out and ostracize them and say that that you own their airwaves and you may pull their license. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that even the most hardcore MAGA supporters could ever back this. and that this isn't a classic, I'm not getting my way, I'm throwing a fit. And to me, that's sickening for the person that's supposed to be running our country. You should be way better than that. This makes me really not like you. I don't know what the alternative is.
Areas of concern. First, they show that...
And by the way, I believe in his message that he gave last night. It's a problem that we have found information leading to China dabbling and meddling and potentially controlling our election of 2020. One of the most sacred things we have as Americans is the right to vote, and that is to put the candidate that we want in office. That is one of our most sacred civil liberties. And when we have possibly meddling in that from wherever, that's a problem. That's a problem. And that is something that I agree with them on. Now, I don't necessarily agree with the SAVE Act, and you have to register every time there's a vote, and I got to go down and, like, there's no mail-in ballots, and I don't necessarily agree with that, but I fundamentally think that you should have to prove who you are if you're voting in person. And if you're voting, of course. I think that a driver's license and a voter registration card should be required. Now, that's it. Because just to get your driver's license, you have to jump through all kinds of hoops. And especially if you have one that has the gold little star on it, which is where they're all going to now, that it's like you're official at that point. If you have a gold star license, which is the gold star standard of licensing, goes all throughout our 50 states, and I think, possibly our provinces too, meaning like our territories, Puerto Rico, what have you, and you got that driver's license, and you've been able to prove that you're an American citizen at the DMV, and they've issued you that gold star driver's license, and then you have registered to vote in the county or municipality to where you live, you're good.
I got one.
But you should be good.
Thank you, God.
Over a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history, resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files. That information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other sensitive data that would be needed to register to vote and engage in other nefarious activities, which is exactly what was happening. This data loss presents an unprecedented election security nightmare. The intelligence areas of concern.
I agree with that. That's a problem. That's a problem. And we need to set provisions in place so that people cannot do that. But to me, it sounds like more of a meddling on the electric hacking type side of it than a person that presents themselves to be themselves at a polling station, and that person needs to re-register with their vote supervisor every election, and like my ID and voter registration card may not be valid this election in November. That pisses me off.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, I mean, aren't they saying that we're going to have to re-register?
No.
Okay.
That's where, again, I was trying to talk to Brian yesterday about it. And
am I going to be able to do my mail-in ballot?
Yeah, you moved, right? And you did it already? You changed your stuff?
Yep. Already changed my driver's license and already got a new voter registration card.
So it says, according to this, you're good.
All right, I'm good.
Yes.
I have revealed tonight my administration is in the process of notifying the states whose election data was compromised by the People's Republic of China and many others. We will be working closely to mitigate any harm, and we're taking swift action to ensure that sensitive voter data is better protected, so we can never be bought, we can never be hacked, and we can never watch a stolen election again. Tomorrow, the Secretary of Homeland Security will hold a briefing to outline his department's recent work confirming cyber vulnerabilities in our electronic voting systems. They are bad.
To me, that's where we're most vulnerable, electronically. Don't screw with good Americans like me, Lummy, Gene, Macho Man, and everybody else that's listening or watching this, because we have registered and we don't want to get screwed with and have to bring 34 forms of ID to be able to prove who we are.
We're in the process of informing governors, senators, and members of Congress of potential issues in their states. If you look at voting today, it's in such bad shape in so many states, and we are committing to fix it. And we're also committing to be working with those states and local jurisdictions to help them fix and patch known technical vulnerabilities before the midterm elections we have.
All right, great. I agree with all that. I agree with that this was a very important new presidential address to the country. But what I don't agree with is what you said earlier, how you're going to potentially hold up stations' license renewals because you don't agree with their programming and they didn't cover your little press conference last night. That's where I have to say you're wrong, my friend.
I think he just makes the threats just to.
I know, but it makes him look so unpresidential. Right? It makes him look so petty.
Well, that's Trump, though.
But I know. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You are right. That's Trump, and we know what we're getting. But I'm getting a little tired of it. Hello, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Bubba.
Yes, sir.
Hey, did you listen to check out JD on Joe Rogan?
JD Vance was on Rogan a couple days ago.
Yeah, because it's sort of I'm the same way with you on this Trump thing, this narcissism. It gets old, but after listening to that interview, if this guy has the potential to be our next president, it's well above, far beyond what Trump. Just more professional, intelligent. The interview is awesome.
Well, no, I really respect. I think JD Vance is a pretty good dude, and I think that he's a far better communicator and less petty than Trump. And I like to, I'm not going to say that JD Vance is my early on favorite until I see all candidates. Marco Rubio may. I don't know who the Democrat. I hope the Democrats don't prop up Gavin Newsom because I do not like him at all. I think he's destroyed California.
It's going to be between Gavin and Carmella.
Yeah, so
what?
I would really like to see the Democrats put somebody up there that people could get behind, but I can't get behind currently. I can't get behind Gavin Newsom. I just can't. So they need to think about somebody else that potentially I could somewhat align with.
Yeah, because he's going over some of the Israel stuff and the war, like you're saying, Joe was asking him those questions. Should we just go and obliterate them, or we just take our time with this? And yeah, he answered everything. Sort of what you've been talking about the last several weeks.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I've had it, but I didn't want to play it because I don't want to make the whole show around evolve around that, and it was very long form. So I just didn't want to get too far down that political hole.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
right, man. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, Bubba.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, how you doing? I think what your show's failing to recognize is last night is our government and our past presidents and FBI and CIA knew about this and withheld it from the Trump administration as soon as he was elected.
Now, listen, that's a problem, my friend.
So
No. Listen to me.
Yes.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to me. I said what Donald Trump says I believe in. There's a problem, and we need to fix it. We absolutely need to fix it. I don't think that he should make it hard. Hold on. Let me talk. Then I'll let you talk.
Yes,
I don't think that he should make it harder for you and me and the next guy to be able to go vote. Like, it seems like they're trying to. Now, hold on. Again, I'm not done. And I'm going to. So he shouldn't make it harder for the average American to be able to vote. but there is a very much flawed system we have in place. And yes, various government agencies may have known this in intel and withheld it from him or not done anything about it. Absolutely. I 100% agree with you on all of that, sir. Probably everything that you are going to say, I'm going to agree with. The only thing that you're not understanding is I don't think the president of the United States should be able to take networks, various networks that don't cover his speech and hold their broadcasting license over their head because they don't necessarily agree with his message. That's the only thing that I have a problem with at this point.
Okay. Well, the last few days, you guys have been saying is you're making it harder to vote. If you got the gold star, that's all you need. You don't need a passport. You don't need all that stuff you were saying the other day. You can use a passport. You don't need everything. If you have a license with a gold star, you're perfectly fine to walk in your voting place and vote. It's perfectly fine. Show that license and you're good to go. You need to educate yourself a little bit
Sir,
more.
That's true now, sir, but that's not what the Save Act's doing, sir. That is true now.
Sir,
look it up.
Sir, that's
Look it
all,
up.
sir,
Look it up.
sir. That's
It's 100%.
It's 100% true right now, but it's not the legislation that's being presented in the Save Act.
Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
true. That's
It's
not true.
100% the legislation.
It's
It's
showing
the same thing
it.
as you fly an airplane. It's the same exact
you wanna
rules
talk
as
to
you
this
get
guy?
on that airplane.
You want to talk to this
You can
guy?
show your gold star ID, or you
Sir,
can show your passport. It's
let me-
100%.
Well, no,
the
I mean,
same.
listen,
It's
because
the
there's
same as flying
conflicting.
from
Shut
Chicago to
up!
Chicago.
There's conflicting.
Shut up!
Well,
God damn it! Shut up!
I was going with Macho.
You're
There's
exactly the problem.
There's conflicting.
Why don't you suck some more MAGA D, buddy? Why don't you take a step back and let us try to give you what we know and our opinion is? And you don't have to sit here and believe us. We could be wrong, but God damn it, shut up. Give me what you know.
Well, the conflicting
Macho,
thing-
give me what you know.
What Macho is saying, but the conflicting.
We're not a factual. We give you our opinion.
And we try to
I don't
find it.
know. I don't know.
So
But I
according
don't
to
think that you can just walk in Atlanta right now with your ID and your gold star license. I think that they're going to require you to have more than that.
no, that's still what in the Save Act, and that's
No. Is that the way it is right now?
Yes.
But what does the Save Act propose?
It's the same thing, but it's saying that you have to have that stuff to vote. So if you don't have it, you have to go and get it.
So the gold star will get you through.
That's what it's saying in the Save Act.
All right.
So what we reported or what Brian potentially reported yesterday was probably not correct.
Well, they're saying if you registered online, then no, you have to go in person and redo everything.
See, so this is
So that's what I'm saying. We're getting conflicting things here.
Exactly.
Sir, you're right to an extent. But if you've not registered
Is he
to vote,
still on?
No, I got rid of him. I could not take another second more. Here's
He's
the deal,
from New
sir.
York.
If you are currently registered to vote with a gold star ID and a voter registration card, it's my understanding that you're good. Just like you said, you can walk in, present that, and vote. I think that's now and proposed in the Save Act. Where we are getting off the rails, both of us, you and me, is potentially I gave or Brian gave or somebody gave some conflicting reports that mentioned you having to show your passport and re-register every election cycle. That seems to be we were wrong on that.
So you're doing like $20.
But what we're right on is within the Save Act, the way that I'm hearing this, and please correct me if I'm wrong, within the Save Act, if you currently don't have a license with a gold star, then you must get one of those in order to vote, which I absolutely agree with. At the bare minimum, that's what you should need to be able to prove that you are who you are. So I think we agree. It's just that you won't shut your stupid ass mouth and objectively listen to us navigate through this issue. And we don't even know if it's going to get passed or not, do we?
No, it still hasn't.
Yeah, so
It's not going to happen.
exactly. It's not going to happen.
We're going to have cheating for the rest of our lives.
Bubba the Love Sponge? Hell yeah.
I love them all, man. They're all great.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
says right here. Indeed.
Oh, Jonesy 869 calling me out. You know what? Yeah, the Trump is lying to us, and by Tuesday at 12 o'clock, if they haven't signed an agreement with me, we're going to smoke them badly, quickly, hard. Tuesday came and nothing happened. Wednesday came, they bombed us, nothing happened. We threw a couple grenades at them, big deal. We ain't done nothing that he said he's going to do by just taking and rubbling the whole town. He didn't rubble nothing. So that's what I'm saying about his lying. He's lying to us. He's not helping the American people. He lied to us about the gas. I promise you, big gasoline is not going to take your money for free. They're not allowed. I'm going to change it. Didn't change nothing. Still paying $5.53 for diesel, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
You said you're Nick, and you're 20. I don't know if he could force him though. I think that's just the oil companies telling us to kick rocks.
Of course they're saying kick rock. If you're out there and the stupid Americans are going to pay $5.50 and the gasoline ain't slowed down on, and either has the amount of bought ain't slowed down on, I'll be keeping my shit at $5.50, wouldn't you?
Yeah, did you ever see that Blessings place on 41? They like 50 cents cheaper than everyone. They said they were going to try to do their best to keep it down.
They've done that for life. That's why you always see a lot of cars in there. And he does. The guy that owns that is really rich, and he just, truthfully, helping people.
Yeah, because it's $3.47. I think it was like what?
It was $5.
I was gonna say $4.95.
It was like $5.05 for diesel. But there's always so many people there. That's why I never stop. But
I know. I wanted to stop yesterday, and it was lying back.
Yeah, man, they go into that yard area right there too, man, and get all up in the dirt where the barbecue stand used to be. But the dude's cool about doing that, and he had a little restaurant going on in there.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
it would make people go in there and buy more food.
Yeah.
But like he says, he goes, me just helping people makes people buy stuff from me. Some people buy stuff just because I'm so cool about my fuel. And that just shows you how much people make on the fuel. Don't say, oh, we only make a couple of pennies a gallon. You're a liar.
He's like 50 cents cheaper.
Yeah.
Because I think he said he breaks even on gas.
He breaks even on the gas. Okay, so if everybody else is breaking even on the gas, they're all 50 cents higher. So they make a 50 cents on that fuel.
Yeah.
So who's bullshit?
I don't know. This guy seems like he's a kind of a straight shooter. Mr. Blessings.
Pippy short stroker, I don't know if I'm right or not, but you know what? I just want accountability, please. Okay, they do something, we do something. You say something, and you're the boss, you're the president. Do it. Quit talking lies and I should have did it and I didn't do it because humanitarian nothing. NATO's on our side. They say kill them all. So now what's the problem? I don't get it, but you know what? I just sit back and work on my hot rods and take care of my son, give him a place to dwell and make money, and hell with the rest of them. I'd have been assassinated if I was in government. I'd have been like Kennedy. I'd have been killed in my convertible.
I think you and Bubba should run for county commissioners in Pasco.
Oh my God, we should, and we'd have 3/5 or three. Oh my God, Lummy, you're right.
Yeah.
We should. Me, you, and Gene run for Pasco County. How many county commissioners are there?
I think there's 5.
Oh my God, Gene, can you imagine if we had 3? That means every. We would be fucking. It would be. Oh. Crystal Harley Harley-Davidson in Homosassa has the hottest deals this summer. Tell a Bubba Army and get a free helmet with any new motorcycle purchase. Wear any Bubba Army gear when you're at the store and score an extra surprise HD swag bag Monday through Friday. Take a test ride and grab a free summer swag bag loaded with mystery items, hats, t-shirts, koozies, challenge coins, and more. Or jump into the payment swap event. Trade your car, truck, boat, RV, or anything with a payment and ride home on a Harley. Stop by Crystal Harley-Davidson today. Your next adventure is waiting. You can always check him out online at crystalharley.com.
Too human to be predictable. More now. This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I got a couple different things I'm going to cover before we end the show today, but one of which, two of our, I think, Hillsborough County deputy sheriffs got shot yesterday. I've been in contact with a couple of my guys from the Hillsborough County Sheriff Department getting updates on the condition of these two guys, and I've been told that they're going to be okay, and they're going to probably get out of the hospital here in the next 48 hours, so they're going to be okay.
Oh, good.
Please know, all police officers that can hear me within my cities that I'm terrestrially heard in, that if you would lose your life in the line of duty, I would be there for your widow to write a check from my foundation.
Jay from New Orleans, $50.
Thank you, Jay from New Orleans. I appreciate you, my friend. Stand by. So that's what my foundation does, the Bubba the Love Sponge Foundation. We do a lot of philanthropic stuff. I'm writing checks for there's a local police agency motorcycle benefit they're doing, and I'm going to send a little check over for that. And so anything law enforcement related, I try to take care of, and especially the widows of fallen police officers. We're over $1 million, and it's not all big. Listen, I'm the head of the Bubba Army, and I get a reap.
You're the head of it?
I'm the one that presents the check. But if it wasn't for you guys and your generosity, we wouldn't even have this foundation. So thank you to the Bubba Army. And we probably need to come up with some type of fundraiser to replenish our coffers a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we used to have Bubba's Bikes for badges, and that was a big revenue generator. And we had the Amazon Smile program, which really funded the foundation nicely. So I need to, now that we're kind of settled into our new studios and we're getting more and more things. I just text Bobby. I think we'll be getting the cream machine soon.
Oh, good.
And so I think Bobby's going to drop off some stuff next week. Maybe we could, as we start settling in,
the 4-wheeler and stuff.
I think he's going to start. Yeah, I think he's going to start slowly triculating my stuff over here.
He needs mechanics, man. We need to get a couple of mechanics from Bushnell to get a job there.
Yeah,
he pays good,
and he's got
great place to work, a lot of lifts.
He's a good dude. Bobby's a good dude, isn't he?
If y'all get a job there, man, take his old lady from him so I can get him a better one.
Gene, shut up.
Trying to help the guy out.
No, just shut up. Jesus, Tara's great. I think that's her name, isn't it?
Who cares?
So anyway, man, for you police officers out there, and you know what, Joshua Barr, even though I don't necessarily care for you, if something would happen to you, my friend, I'd be there for your widow as well. So
that sounds creepy.
We got to probably one of these days put together a fund, like a bowling fund, like some kind of
bowling one,
a fundraiser, like we could do a golf, we could do a skeet shooting, we could
go down to the hockey rink, we can go to the bowling alley. We have the connections at those places.
So we just got to put our thinking caps on.
Let's do a hockey thing.
Or golf.
We got a lot of hockey friends that are good. Like I got that my buddy. And you guys got your buddy?
Yeah, well, our buddy's an NHL guy. Your buddy is...
Yeah, he's an official. He sits your guy down.
Well, that doesn't mean that he has the skill set that Steve does, who, by the way, is running for mayor of Edgewater. Did you see that?
I heard that, yeah.
He's the busiest man there is.
Yeah.
He's the busiest man there is.
Here are the two deputies that got shot, the two Hillsborough County guys, and I am so thankful they're going to be okay. Oh, my God. This is sketch. One of the guys got hit in the neck. And then he's such a stud that he's able to regroup. If I got shot in the neck, I'd be laying down crying like a bitch.
I'd be collecting my check.
Well, this guy's going to be back on the streets soon, and he's the one that killed the bad guy, this stud.
Oh, he's going to have an
was
attitude.
a dramatic day for the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office.
No, you know what, Gene? He's not going to have an attitude because when this guy here that got shot in the neck and he pulls you over and you're not a bad guy and you're respectful and you do what you're told and you have your windows rolled down and your dome light ready to go and your license and registration and you're not a dick and you don't pose any threat to this guy because this guy's already been shot by an asshole. When you're not an asshole and you're a good dude, this guy's going to appreciate you more. Am I not right?
Yeah, the first guy looks like, so one guy got shot in the face and the other one was the neck and then...
headshots from this dude. Oof. I got pulled over yesterday, man, me and Coben, but...
Hold on, you did?
Yeah, and the cop was great, man. He was a Spanish guy. Gomez or something.
Gomez, and
But,
I said, hey,
says, you know,
I said, hey, Gomez, you want me to go to Taco Bell for you, buddy?
I was tailgating this girl because she was on... She's on the damn phone.
All right, so you're tailgating this girl. You're following too closely.
Way close.
All right.
Okay, so matter of fact, I was following so close I got my TV on. You know when you get real close with the Ford, the TV jumps on.
Right.
So I got the TV on, and I'm on her nose. And so as we make a left on 41, he's in the right lane as we're passing him. I'm kind of like almost ready to push her, and then she jams on the brakes on me, so I whip to the left and pass her in the left-hand lane where you turn into the complex, and I zip around her. But at the same time, she makes a right in front of him and jerks him up too. But then he whips in my lane, he pulls me over a quarter mile down the road. I said, man, you pulling me over because she cut you off? No, because you made her. I made her. And how would you say that? Because you were tailgating her. Maybe she got nervous and didn't move over out of your way. I said, maybe she was on the phone with her boyfriend, mad, and she jerked the wheel to the right and got you too. How about that? Well, I didn't see her be on the phone. Well, I did because I was you were close enough to see what she was wearing. And I go, yeah, I was. And he goes, listen, man, just quit tailgating them and making people nervous. You got a big truck. They're scared of them.
And a big mouth.
Yeah, he told me. He said, listen, let me tell you something. And I kept speaking. And he said, listen, that's why God gave us one mouth and two ears, so we listen a little bit more than talk.
Yeah, well, thank God you didn't get it.
Started laughing.
I'm hit. I'm in my car. I got hit in the neck.
This new body cam footage released tonight shows the intense moment when two deputies were shot today and a third deputy killed the shooter. We have blurred some of the video because it is too graphic for television, and we are relieved to report that both deputies survived. Video from the sheriff's office helicopter shows the scene unfolding here on Shell Point Road in Ruskin late this morning after a woman reported being held at gunpoint overnight by her boyfriend who threatened to kill her. When deputies went to investigate, two of them immediately came under fire.
Is that the bad guy on the white truck?
Fox 13's Blake Devine is at TGH. We're both.
No, he's in between.
He was the one that was blurred.
Yeah, he was the one that's blurred because he's dead.
Deputies are recovering this evening. Blake, this is dramatic video, and we want to warn our viewers that it may be too graphic.
These guys are so lucky. Oh my God.
Yeah.
2 face shots.
Wow.
Also want to know how those deputies are doing tonight. What can you tell us?
Allie, the road to recovery begins right here at the hospital as both deputies underwent successful surgeries and have now reunited with their families.
Oh, good for them.
Gunshots rang out in Ruskin. These tense moments caught on camera by Hillsborough County deputies as a routine call turned into a deadly shootout.
Our suspect. Look at this poor guy.
He was the one that was shot in the face. He was the first one.
Oh my God! And his fellow officer is there trying to take care of him.
Yeah, tell him the whole pressure
ambushed our deputies from the moment they arrived on scene. He was intent on taking the life of a deputy sheriff.
Deputies so far
multiple, Chad.
Anthony Moon took a bullet in the face.
I'm in my car. I got hit in the neck.
While Deputy Colton Daniels was shot in the neck. Sergeant Harrison Bashner returned.
And there's no way to slice not being freaked out getting shot in the neck.
No, of course
My
not.
Lord.
Turning fire, shooting the suspect, 34-year-old Chris Machowski.
Our suspect's
scumbag.
Reign of terror ended today because of the training, the bravery, and heroic actions of each of these deputies.
Nearby neighbor Jason Kimber heard gunfight.
And this is Ruskin, Ruskin.
Right down the street.
Yeah, I mean,
just before 10 o'clock Thursday morning.
We just heard bop, 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 like 5 or 6 shots loud. I thought it was like a nail gun or somebody banging on something.
Investigators say this started as a domestic violence case. Machowski allegedly held his ex-girlfriend hostage overnight.
I think more police officers are killed on domestic violence related stuff. They're going to diffuse this man and woman or man and man, two people that live together domestically.
Well, they take you to jail,
and they're going. Well, yeah, they're. It's a very volatile situation, but I think that's the number one way cops die.
Or she escaped, leading deputies directly to him.
The maroon van.
All right, so she escaped.
Yeah, he held her hostage.
So he held her hostage. She escaped. And he's in the maroon van, right?
Yes.
Had the windows all shot out of it.
What did that look like?
It was crazy. I mean, it was like the back side of the van with the windows busted out, and there's bullet holes.
Sheriff Chad Chronister says he spoke with both deputies before they were airlifted to Tampa General Hospital.
As you can imagine, in severe agony from the injuries and the sensitivity of where these injuries occurred, but both of them speaking, both of them grateful to be alive.
Look at all this! Look at all this trauma on this guy's neck here.
Well, see where he got shot in the face?
Right there.
Yeah, he got shot there.
Oof.
And oh man.
As for the gunman, he was taken to a nearby hospital where he eventually died from his injuries. Reporting live,
I hope they Swiss cheesed him. I'd love to let me. I actually want to know how many they remember the one time Grady's guys put 36 in a guy.
Yeah.
I'd love the more the better.
That's right.
I mean, I'd love to to hear the autopsy. Yeah, the guy got hit 24 times. Hell yeah, bitch, little bitch. Even if you're a bad guy and you cannot shoot a cop. I mean, you're gonna completely ruin whatever they got you on. You probably can navigate through it. You may do some prison time, but you're not going to be killed, and you're not going to spend the rest of your life in prison with the death penalty if you
over domestic violence.
Over your bitch being crazy.
I mean, I got a domestic violence charge, but that was throwing a chair through my window.
Yeah.
And then, but when the cop said, "Well, I got to take someone to jail for domestic violence,"
the only victim was the window.
And I told her, I said, "Well, what? I didn't throw her through it. Well, she's probably next. Well, could be." And that's when I went.
Yeah. So what did I say? See, I ain't throwing her. Yeah, but you got to understand. I got to go to words, and we're gonna probably end the program with this Gene Lasker, Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, the game that's sweeping the nation. Did we have a? Did I
win it last time?
No, you're.
Oh, I didn't. What was the score?
7-11.
What
was it?
7-11.
Yeah.
Damn, I was.
You had 7 right,
11. You had 7 right and 11. It's the first one to 11. And right now game wise you're 0-1.
Yes.
Wow.
You've lost one. But did we get some? Did we make a positioning? I know that the 3-question Thursdays we made a gimmick. Has Macho made a new one for this one?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No.
We got to eventually. So next week we can even put it by. Let's sponsor it by Morgan and more sponsored by
Morgan Exteriors
and Sunbelt. Brought to you by Sunbelt Rental and Morgan Exteriors.
That's right.
Is Gene Lasker smarter than a 5th grader? Probably not. We'll do that next.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
I listen to Bubba every day. I just really enjoy the outrageousness of it.
We love him. Couldn't do without it.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Or 9/11. Jesus Christ. And how do you know when a black girl's pregnant?
Gene, stop. Stop with the fucking black jokes.
It's just a joke.
What did he say?
I didn't say nothing.
He didn't say he stopped talking.
Let me just laughing at you yelling at me.
I gotta make sure I get the right. Hold on here. You're gonna be hearing a lot of these.
She's just studying up.
I ain't studying. Studying what? I didn't study then. How can I study now?
You can't study because you don't know the questions.
That's right.
And Gene, I don't try to give you questions to trip you up, lover.
No,
I'm smart on some stuff.
I either got an answer or I don't.
I'm stupid on others.
Yeah, that's probably
right.
That's
the way of my life, and I
I didn't study up on knowing a lot of things because I just wanted to work, make money.
I'm smart on some stuff and stupid on the others. How about it?
I'm smart enough to bump up a ticket.
Shut up, Lasker. Hey, Lasker, did your neighbor? He wasn't offended we were fucking with him, was he?
What's that?
When I stopped by his shop and so he saw your neighbor, was he cool?
Tony, yeah, Tony's cool.
He looks like a really cool dude. Like
he is a really cool dude.
Hey, he's a fucking he's a good dude.
He's
and rich.
I don't know how to explain. He's
and loaded.
He tries to be a gangster, but he don't know how to be it.
Right, but he's a good dude.
He got a lot of money.
He's got so much money. He air conditions his shop, buddy.
Oh, he leaves 24 hours. It's running.
What's he in the glass business?
He used to own the Mercedes dealer.
Oh, but
he rented that for storage because he rents out high class cars, Hummers, Porsches, Mercedes.
Oh, he does that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Give me some thumbs up, man. Send a coin or two, too, man. It always looks cool that Lasker gets the coins coming in and not the other guys, you know what I'm saying? It's just a coolness thing for me. I mean, I don't make no damn money off of it. You can say that right now. But it just looks cool that me being here helps him out and helps the show go on. I am not Jeff Swartz. I am not a walking encyclopedia. But remember the encyclopedias, the Britannicas? I tried to sell them for a living when I was young too, going door to door selling encyclopedias, you know, and that didn't really work out for me. I beat the guy. I sold a couple and I never got paid.
I'm getting ready to do. Sure, everybody, I'm smarter than a motherfucking fifth grader, even though Coben. You know what we should do while Coben, one of these days, maybe tape it, but you versus Coben in a contest like this. You versus Coben.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Because I guarantee he probably knows more than you do.
Maybe on the questions you rile up, but probably so. Maybe so.
No, this is just on book smart shit.
Yeah. He makes pretty good grades. He is so into going into weightlifting this year, bro.
There you go.
Oh shit, Lummy! I missed two big ones from Big Red and Johnny K. I'll get them both in the back.
PayPal.
Coben thinks he's going to the Olympics.
Oh yeah, as a weightlifter.
Yep. I guess where you just pick up all that weight right to your waist and you hold it there for
deadlift.
Deadlift, yeah. That's what he wants to be.
Maybe a clean and jerk.
He picked up that whole Chevy 12-bolt rear end and held it there for over a minute.
Wow.
I told him to put it down.
Coben's stronger than me. He's gonna kick my ass.
He's strong. I'm gonna tell you something. He looks like a little bull anymore, man. His legs are so big on the sides; they're huge. The arms, his forearms are big.
Hit those thumbs up on the way out.
Thumbs up.
Welcome back. Decades of dominance. Bubba the Love Sponge. Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Keep the merch crick busy this weekend. Although she's going to see her dad tomorrow as I head up to the track. But she'd love to be slinging you one of these brand new straw hats. For all you guys out there busting your ass on the outside, they're only like $29. There are less than 10 of the black and silver Bubba Army high-end Submariner yacht limited edition watches left, and I think about 25 of the other ones. She's also reordering the UV-rated shirts. We pretty much blew out all major sizes with those. And so as you pick up your straw hat today, Bubba Army store, Bubba Army merch, BubbaArmyShop.com. Maybe impulse buy something else that's on the site from the Alpha Cologne Volume 26 to the Bubba Army watch to whatever else you can find, my friends. So let me, Big Red and Johnny K, the steel slinging outlaw from Valparaiso, Indiana, which I'll see in about a month from now. No. In about 2 weeks.
There you go.
I'm headed to Indiana in about 2 weeks. So, Johnny K, I got to make lunch, breakfast, or whatever plans with you, my friend. Bubba Army store, Bubba Army merch, BubbaArmyShop.com. Here it is on the screen, and I have to officially take it off. Where do we stand on the likes, Lummy?
Oh, we're over 1,000.
Oh, we are?
Yes, we are.
All right, fantastic. So this is Johnny K a hun and Big Red a hun.
Get it, Big Red.
We have the horn installed now, so and I think everybody's happy, or it sounds better. Lasker does have his little portable horn, which he can give it, and that's impressive in itself. The three people that are on hold currently right now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to you or not, but I will try my best. We're currently going to play Is Gene Lasker Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Yay! Brought to you by Morgan Exterior and Sunbelt Rental. Don't forget to go to your local Sunbelt rental by the end of this month. As a matter of fact, Sunday...
Drop off some pencils.
I'm going Sunday with Merch Crick till I haven't been banned from Walmart like Gene, and I'm going to go buy a bunch of school supplies and drop it off to Daniel next week. You can drop off anything school supply related to any local Sunbelt rental. I actually have had some guys from Canada reach out. You've seen the show emails saying, hey, I live in Canada. There is a Sunbelt rental 15 miles from me. Can I drop off school supplies there? Yes, you can. The only thing
I'm going to Costco, pick up a pallet.
The only thing I ask you to do is when you're dropping off your school supplies, pencils, papers, construction glue, magic markers, crayons, three ring binders, is that you tell the person, hey, I'm Bubba Army. Just want to let you know I'm Bubba Army. I found out about this program through Bubba Army. That's all I ask.
Thank you.
So, it's the first to 11. 11 correct?
Yes.
Or 11 incorrect. Correct will be rewarded that. Incorrect will
Who's
hear
keeping
this.
score, man? I need a scorekeeper that's on my side.
The scorekeeper
on your side.
The scorekeeper has nothing to do with whether you're
you
stupid
are not on my side. You're hooked to his hip.
No,
Bubba's not. You're not going against Bubba. You're going against the fifth grader.
Keep your own score then. If you think there's some.
Gene, I want you to win.
All right, Gene.
Oh, nobody here wants.
Are you ready, Gene? Gene?
Yes, I'm ready.
These are questions taken from 5th grade textbooks. What is the square root of 81? Let me make sure he's got his phone down and chat off.
Phone's down. Phone's down.
Phone down, chat off.
Square root.
Lummy, you might want to
81.
Make sure his chat's off. Because you know how these chat guys will give it to him.
His chat's off.
40.5.
What's that? Okay. Question number 2. Let me just get that down as a wrong.
Yes, it did.
What is the main ingredient in guacamole?
Guacamole.
What is the...
Oh, I knew that was wrong, but I know that.
What planet is closest to the sun?
Earth.
Keith Yeager, $100.
Damn, I'm going to lose today.
What, by the way, Johnny K and Big Red, what type of tree do acorns come from?
An oak tree? There you go.
Yeah, how about it?
I had a big guess there.
How many Great Lakes are there?
3.
What is the capital of Japan?
Shanghai.
That's close.
By the way, the people that are on hold, we might be able to get to you. This is going a lot faster than I thought to. What does the term IQ stand for? And if he's
an intelligence quota.
It's actually intelligence quotient, but I'm going to give it to him. All right?
Same word.
Yeah. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere?
They
absorb this, and it's very important for us humans.
I don't know. The exhaust fumes, or whatever you call them.
You're getting close.
Yeah. I forget the word. Air?
True or false? Crawfish are fish.
No.
What is the 2-letter abbreviation for the word doctor?
DR.
Costa Rica borders 2 countries. Nicaragua is one of them. What is the other?
Mexico.
Lummy, can you give me what we are currently?
4 correct and 7 wrong.
Yeah.
According to the U.S. Constitution, the president is part of the 3 branches of the. I'm sorry, the president is part of which of the 3 branches of the government? According to the Constitution, the president is part of...
What are the other 2?
Which of the... Well, you know what, let's just skip that one because it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
There you go.
You ready? What is the capital of Russia?
Romania.
Oh, that's close.
Damn.
What is the tallest mammal on Earth?
Giraffe.
Who was the... Let me watch the score.
5-8.
Who was the first person to step on the moon?
That would be man, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Scott McAllister.
Scott, hold on. Let me make sure because I'm going to make sure. What now?
Scott McAllister.
I'm sure we don't want to look that up.
That wasn't him?
No, it wasn't Scott McAllister. Scott McAllister works at Race Car Engineering selling race car parts. That's where Scott McAllister was.
I get them mixed up all the time.
What is the process by which plants make their what is the process by which plants make their food? What is it called?
Pollinating. That probably was a good answer, though.
I believed it.
Who wrote the famous play and book Romeo and Juliet?
Who wrote it?
Who wrote the famous play Romeo and Juliet? He's a very famous, one of the most famous writers in the history of our world. And by the way, he was born on my birthday, Lummy.
Oh, there you go.
His birthday is 4/23.
That gives it away.
No, it don't.
Let me. What's the score officially?
It's 5-10.
So if he misses this one, he's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same writer who writes all them other novels.
Yeah, wrote a bunch of them. Hamlet.
Yeah. I think it is Robert Spears.
Let me. What was the official score for those scoring at home?
Gene Lasker with 5 correct.
Oh,
Man, that's worse than last year.
Yeah,
I mean, last week.
Last week was 7-11,
Yeah.
7 correct, 11 wrong. This was 11 wrong and 5 correct.
Correct.
Let's go to
at
the
least
phone
it
lines,
wasn't
and we will officially end the show with the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Jason calling from Minnesota.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, just called to let you know I can't get your radio station on iHeart.
Good.
You can't or can?
Cannot.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
been like 3 days now. I have to listen to it through TuneIn, and they keep throwing in commercials.
So hold on. Did iHeart used to carry our show?
Yeah,
I've been listening there for a long time.
Are we getting anything for that, Lemmy?
I don't think we do.
Yeah. I don't want iHeart hold. I'm going to get Macho Man. Sir, thank you. I'm going to look into that, okay? Sir, if you're listening to the show, coming soon, the new Bubba Army app. You'll just be able to go to your app store, buy it for $10. It's going to cost you $10 a year to have the app, and you'll be able to navigate.
That's great.
And we get credit for it. So, Lummy, can we look into the fact that who is broadcasting it? I don't want to be on iHeart. I don't want to be giving them this programming for free. Macho, can we run that?
Didn't you used to own part of that?
No.
No.
Macho, can we look into how iHeart's getting our feed?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you. Hello.
Hurry up.
You've been on hold?
Bubba.
Yes, sir. You've been on hold a long time. What do you need, bud?
Hey, man, I got a couple things. Have you burned that right rear tire off the Bubba car yet? I was out there at Les that day.
What are we talking about?
You're talking.
When you did a burnout.
Oh, you're talking about my Crown Vic.
Oh yeah, he's been through 3 tires since then.
No. I got some good Toyos on that, and I don't do nearly as many burnouts as I used to because you will burn up your right rear. But now, was that not a pretty impressive burnout?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was great.
I mean,
I'm the one that sent the video to Lummy.
I kept it going clear to like 3rd gear. I went through 1, 2, all burning
probably
out.
about 50 yards.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Hey, a couple things. That guy bitching about the star. That star came on my license back in 2017. So anybody who's renewed a license in 10 years has got the star.
Yeah, me too. I got the same thing, like about the same time you did.
Are you still affiliated with Cox?
No, hell no. Why?
Did you see the news break recently? The heir to the Cox fortune just got arrested for supporting Hamas of $250 million.
I don't know that there's an heir to the Cox fortune because I think it's my understanding Cox Media was bought by Apollo Global Management, although I think the Cox family does still own a portion of Cox, but not the majority, but it's still worth probably billions of dollars. Did that just happen?
Yeah, July 15th.
Really? Lummy, can you send me the story?
Yes.
Sir, thank you for the heads up. That's certainly stuff I need to see and know.
Yeah. Hey, and Gene, man, that new hot rod's badass, and that guy Lackey that's putting your stereo in, man, he's been around forever, man. My buddy worked for him in the early 90s.
He's really good at what he does, and he ain't embarrassed at charging either.
Yeah, he ain't afraid to write pretty heavy with that pencil. My God.
But it's right. It's worth doing. You know, that car's worth the money. So
appreciate you following us, my friend. Thank you for the heads up.
Real quick, Bubba.
Yes,
This is Gravely Steve.
Oh, yes, Gravely Steve. Hi, Gravely Steve. Good seeing you, my friend. Unfortunately, I'm a skag guy, Gravely Steve. That's where I gotta let you go, my friend. gotta let you go, Gravely Steve. I love you, and if I didn't have a skag deal, I potentially would maybe have a Gravely deal. But I'm a skag man, tried and true, my friend.
Don't fall down in front of your mower.
Lummy, are you able to find that story?
I sent it to you. Your thing didn't beep for some reason.
I wonder why I didn't beep, my friend.
Beep beep.
So this just happened, right, bud?
Yeah, July 15th.
And today is what? The 17th.
Yeah.
Cox cable heir, which means like the heir to the throne or the heir to the fortune, arrested in is it Ibiza?
Ibiza?
Arrested on Ibiza on charges of money laundering and Oh, this is now. Have we listen? Before I go any further, have we validated this?
Yeah, it's LA Magazine. It looks like it's
the American Tribune. I mean, I want to make sure that I want to make sure this is valid.
Yeah, no, it's validated.
Did somebody send me another one?
It was not me, but
no, I found ours on iHeart. We're listed under podcast.
Yeah, how do we send them a cease and desist?
Get Jay on it, maybe.
Yeah, or somebody. I do not want to be part of that.
Yeah, this one's on Fox.
Yeah, Fox is a little more credible of a deal than the American whatever the hell. So let me find that. Let me end the show with this. This is big news here.
And it doesn't look like the video is the story. So
you got to send. Okay, I have to go back. So this is not the story.
No, this is a story. It's just the video.
The
not.
video's
There's no video on it yet.
FBI snares an American heir indicted for allegedly bankrolling anti-cop pro-Hamas communist revolution. This is really a big deal. The Justice Department and the FBI have a new communist financier in the crosshairs for allegedly financial crimes. James Fergie Cox Chambers Jr., the estranged bad boy heir to the Cox cable empire. On Friday, Spanish police detained Chambers on the luxury island of Ibiza in response to an international arrest warrant. According to sources, Chambers is allegedly wanted for money laundering and providing support to Hamas. Following years of financing anti-Israel and anti-West organizations and protests, the transnational network he helped fund and support is kicking in to cast him as a victim of the Trump's administration fascism, while critics are cheering the arrest as long overdue. A spokesperson for Spain's, some type of island police branch, which includes Ibiza in its jurisdiction, told Fox News Digital that a U.S. citizen was arrested on charges tied to an international arrest on Friday under the blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, I probably would say that he has nothing to do with the day-to-day operations of Cox Media or Cox Cable, and I would say that the Cox family has probably already thrown him out of their little family.
Kicked him off the will?
Yeah. No, he's probably in the will, and he's probably going to inherit a bunch of money when whoever from the Cox family finally leaves us. But I would say that any managerial or board of directors or anything like this guy has been removed years and years ago, and he has nothing to do with any of the operations involving Cox Media or Cox Cable. And it just happens to be that he is a numbnut, and he is rich, and he happens to come from the Cox family, but I probably will promise you that they've already thrown him out of any type of managerial or executive decision-making, and this does not represent anything to do with Cox Media.
He sold his shares back and received $250 million in buyout.
There you go.
$250 million.
So they already, So this is really This is kind of a non-story in the fact that the responsible Cox family left in the family business, knew this guy's a problem, bought his shares out for $250 million, and said, "Kick your can down the road there, bad boy. You are not what we represent as the Cox family." Even though I've had my ins and outs with Cox, the family in itself, I may have had my struggles with the president, what was her name? Kim Guthrie, who didn't like me and pretty much ousted me, but I don't have anything bad to say about them as a corporation, and I would say that this has nothing to do with them at all. This is a black sheep of the family that they've since removed and bought out, and he's obviously turned, out to be even a bigger scumbag than anybody thought. But don't be that. I don't think that's reflective on Cox. Cox has its. Trust me, Cox has its own issues internal than this numbnut who is still part of the family but not part of the business. Oh, I thought I could fire it, but I think Macho fires it, right?
Yeah, he's got 950.
Love you, Sarah.
37.
9:50.
You got 4 seconds.
All right, cool. So I need to know. Yes, 9:57:36. Sarah, I love you too for dealing with this numbnut. I think I say it every time. Let me tell the fine people of lines 3 and 4. Sorry, we didn't get to them.
Aha.
Thank you, Johnny K. Thank
Call
you,
again.
Big Red. Thank you, Gloria. We appreciate you.
Thanks for the thumbs up there, Catamungos.
Everybody, have a great weekend. We appreciate you.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian Lumet.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter program.
Gene Lasker, voice of the people. Glad you get to hear me.
Gary Cantrell, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.